Losing time, I'm fading fast. I just wanna make it last. Try to let go of the past. I close my eyes, embrace the blast. Sleepless nights and headaches stack. Restlessness to hell and back. What's my purpose? What do I grab? A slippery surface, a heart attack. And sometimes you just gotta believe there's something that'll give you relief. There's something that'll have what you need. What you need. We're broken, it's tragic. We're not all elastic, but maybe there's magic. Believe you could have it. And I know of sadness, the anxious and panic, the infinite vastness of all that is blackness.
Hey guys, how you going? How you going? This is a very surprise live this morning. I didn't expect to come on. Last minute I went, no, stuff it, I'll come on. Hey Luna, how you doing? Hey Faith, how you going? Hey Lanazi, how you going? Patty, how you going? Ricky Martin, the Latin king of music, arrested for assaulting his nephew. No way. Lanazi says, excited. I was so bored. Oh, that's good. Yeah, there's a few really weird things going on this morning. How you going, Marlo from Camden? Yeah, there's a few weird things that I found out. Alex, how you going? Eminem's running as well for, I don't know what for, but he's running for something, right? Eminem. Oh, for God's sake. What's he running for? I don't know. But apparently we know that people will run to try and avoid any prosecution, right? I can't believe Eminem's running. What's he running for? Is he running away? Hey, Sherry, how you going?
Everything is hunky-dory.
Everything is hunky-dory, says Siri. According to her. It's really windy here today, guys, so please bear with me. Things have been falling all over the place. I tried to drive to the shop this morning. There are sticks all over everything's going as you're driving. So you're making chocolate cream pie for your granddaughter as I'm watching. Oh, yum. Hey, Carol, love your intro song. Who is it? It's by Nefex. Yeah. I think it's called Believe. Alex said, should be running for the hills. He should be. He's in trouble, that guy. Funny, you just remind Alex, I was just listening to Running Up That Hill this morning by Kate Bush. Two-time Nas. Carol, Patty, everyone, how you going? Marlo, boy, this world is crazy, eh? Yeah, I'd say so. I was listening to music this morning, actually, and I come across some quite interesting songs. Faye said, wow, we have done a full 360 upside down world. We have. It's insane. I don't know if anyone else is not like seeing what's going on. I'm on Twitter, so I'm seeing what's happening there, and it's crazy. Apparently Macron, something going on with him. People think he may be the next to step down. Ours are, our politicians are just useless, other than a couple, right? Most of them are useless. And Anthony Albanese's just jet-setting around the world while we're having trouble here in Australia. He's trying to sell the climate change stuff, you know? So, hey, King's Nurgle Gurgleson beat my last record of only 6 minutes late. It's only 3 minutes late this time. My alerts are actually becoming close to accurate. Good stuff. I was worrying that people weren't going to be notified, actually. Alex said, oh, no, I have a live clash. I was modding for J Dreamers, but this is my home. Oh, God love you, Alex. I'm so sorry. Patty said 2-time NASCAR winner driver was stabbed to death at a gas station in LA. Oh, there's more, see? Sherry said some talk of Tom Cruise running for president. I think that's what Eminem's thinking of running for. Does he really think he's going to become president? Seriously? Couldn't imagine, like, okay, Biden's bad. I don't know if it'd be worse. Eminem. And now Tom Cruise, apparently. Marlo said all the world leaders are going down. Brandon hasn't got long to go, I reckon. I think so too. I really do. And Alex is saying hello, and Alex said he has plenty of other mods. Oh, good. Yeah, because I don't have many. I was listening to, Genesis, Land of Confusion this morning. Let me just read the lyrics out for you, because, like, I've listened to this over the years and I've thought, we're already there, right? But more so now than ever before. I must have dreamed 1,000 dreams, been haunted by 1,000,000 screams, but I can hear the marching feet. They're moving into the street. Now, did you read the news today? They say that danger's gone away, but I can see the fires still alight. They're burning into the night. There's too many men, too many people making too many problems, and not much love to go round. Okay, I'm just going to say it. I'm not going to try and sing it. I need the music in the background or I'm hopeless. Can't you see this is the land of confusion? Now, this is the world we live in, and these are the hands we're given. Use them and let's start trying to make it a place worth living in. Oh, Superman, where are you now when everything's gone wrong somehow? The men of steel, the men of power are losing control by the hour. This is the time, this is the place. So we look for the future, but there's not much love to go round. Tell me why this is the land of confusion. This is the world we live in, and these are the hands we're given. Use them and let's start trying to make it a place worth living in. I remember long ago when the sun was shining, yes, and the stars were bright all through the night, and the sound of your laughter as I held you tight so long ago. I won't be coming home tonight. My generation will put it right. We're not just making promises that we know we'll never keep. And again, there's too many men, there's too many people making too many problems, pretty much the government, and not much love to go round. Can't you see this is the land of confusion? Now, this is the world we live in, and these are the hands we're given. Use them and let's start trying to make it a place worth fighting for. And this is the world we live in, and these are the names we're given. Stand up and let's start showing just where our lives are going to. Guys, stand up. Let's start showing them just where our lives are going to, and we'll take the reins, okay? We will do it. Oh, it's buffering, is it? King Snurgle said, hi, Alex. I found your admission the other day about your photographic memory that works like video playback. It's actually a very rare occurrence. Most people's memory is very poor. Yeah, my brain's like a sieve. Not much memory. Things come out when they need to, though. I don't know. But I believe that's because I smoke. So And Carol said it was buffering. Hey, out to lunch. How you going? Alex said, I started watching an amazing Polly video about Richard Branson earlier. I haven't watched her for ages, but video is so interesting so far. I'll send it to you, Hev. Definitely. Yeah, I'll watch that after I finish here. Hey, Nice Sea Glover. How you going? Hey, beautiful people. Hope you're all enjoying today. Alex said, I've always had a really good memory, King, like everything happened yesterday. Sometimes it's a hindrance, especially if sad or horrible things have happened. Yeah, I tend to remember the bad things easier than the good stuff. Well, I do remember the good stuff, but the bad stuff does stick out in your head more than the good stuff. I think that's because you have to learn from it. King Snowball said, Alex, people with photographic memories also share the ability to be telepathic too. There's a test to find out if you have true telepathy. Hey, weren't the intelligence agencies quite a few years ago, looking for people with psychic abilities? I wonder why. King Snowball Gurgleson said, unfortunately, it's very hard to get those that do them to give the test. Oh, yeah, you'd have to sort of, like, seriously, the CIA, I think, quite a few years ago, were looking for remote viewers, people with psychic abilities. I don't know what the results were. I think there may have been one or two that actually had psychic abilities. The rest of them didn't. Patty said, remember 10 years after their song, We Can Change the World. 10 years after. What's the matter, mate? Do you want to go out now that I've shut the door? Okay, hang on. One sec, guys. Come on. Do you want to go out? Come on. Come on. Come on. You coming? You don't know. You're not sure? Come on. Oh, he's a good boy. Come on. Out you go. That's a good boy. Okay. Now that we've got the cat sorted out. Okay. Deb said, good morning from South Australia. Good morning, Deb. And I've got a cooking video coming soon, guys. And as you know, the members will get it first, and a day later, everyone else will get it. Alex said, I've been almost able to mind read at times. Don't know how I do it. Just happens, lol. I have a bad habit of doing, finishing people's sentences for them. At least I used to. Lanazi said, morning. Alex said, would be interesting to take a test, but wouldn't want to be an experiment. Yeah, exactly. And if you go near the CIA, you're probably going to end up as an experiment. Oh, did you hear what there's more about animals that the NIH have been doing to animals? And I just can't. I can't. Out to lunch, said, wife and I have been mowing the yard, talk about exercise, 1 acre with a push mower, self-propelled, helped a lot. Yeah, I've got under an acre, probably, I think half an acre. I'm not sure, but yeah, I've got to do that with a push mower. And it's like, I don't know, here in Australia, the bush is pretty wild, right? Now, part of my land is bush. And they have these grassy things that are plants, but they stick right out of the ground and then grow the grass. You know what I mean? If you try and run over one of them with a lawnmower, you might stuff your lawnmower. So you got to get the whippersnipper out, Faye said, yes, remote viewing. Yeah, I remember a few years ago, like quite a few years ago. I think it was in somewhere from the 70s to the 90s. Hey, Maria, how you going? Hope you're well too. And Alex is saying hello to everyone. God love the mods. Alex said, wow, out to lunch. Hope you have a sit-on lawnmower. No, it's a push mower. Out to lunch said, we all have gifts. It's called intuition, right? Yeah, intuition, gut feeling. I think a lot of people, I think we're probably more connected than we think. That's probably why. And people have lost their connections. Do you know what I mean? To each other. King Snurgle said telepathy pretty much follows genetic traits. Telepaths are usually found to have very ancient genetic haplogroups with much less than average mutated genetics compared with most haplogroups. I don't even know what a haplogroup is. Wow. Alex said, so basically I'm saying you are very old. Oh, yeah, you feel like you're an ancient soul. Have you heard that term before? People are old souls. They might be young, but their wisdom is like they've been here before. King Snurgle said, so, Alex, so basically I'm saying you're very old, lol. I read that. Out to lunch said, Alex, no, push riding mower is broke right now. That's what I think would happen to mine if I tried to mow those big tufts of grass. There's certain grass you can run over with a lawnmower, but there's certain ones you can't. Alex said, I didn't read that properly. Out to lunch. Oh, okay, you missed the part where they were pushing the lawnmower. Maria said, currently reading a book. If you've been abducted by aliens, you're likely to be telepathic. Well, I haven't been abducted by aliens as far as I know. So I'm not telepathic. Oh, dear. I wouldn't want to be if it means being abducted by aliens. My God. Alex said, you'll probably feel that tomorrow. You'll both probably feel, yeah, you do. And the next day and the day after, you normally feel it. Out to lunch said, it's all right. Luna said, I love freaking out my family by answering their questions before they even ask it or giving them sufficient they wanted before they even got up to get it. It's so fun watching their faces. Yeah. Yeah, I've finished people's sentences before and they've said, yeah, that's exactly right. Like, so I have guessed it right, if you want to put it that way. But I don't know. I know what they're going to say, so it just comes out. And you shouldn't do that to people. That's a bit rude. I tried to catch myself when I was doing. I don't know if I do it anymore. Actually, it was a few years ago, that I used to do that, and I didn't like it. I didn't like myself doing that, finishing people's sentences, even though I thought I knew what they were going to say. Let them finish, you know. King Snurgle set out to lunch. The results of the telepathy test are mind-blowing when it works. Nothing like intuition. Although telepaths do tend to be very intuitive, but that can be said for most psychics. King Snurgle said, haplogroup, Gruo, shows which ancient group of people you descend from. Oh, okay. I'd like to know who I descended from. That'd be interesting. Alex said, people have said I'm an old soul since I was a child. Yes. It's funny because I had a carer at one time when I couldn't function properly from being sick. And he was gay, and he honestly was like an old soul. He really was. He was young. He was my daughter's best friend, but he just had this maturity level about him that not many people had. So I don't know. He just seemed like an old soul. So I know what you mean, Alex. Marlo said, I must be wise then, as I feel around 100 plus today. Yeah. Some days I get up and I feel like I'm ancient. Absolutely ancient. Actually, that's most days now. I'm just getting tired. This has been going on a very long time for me, like the truth coming out and everything. So it feels like I'm exhausted. That's what it feels like. Yeah, because I've been trying to tell people for so long. It's finally coming out, and I'm sitting here going, oh, my God, can I keep up with it? Alex is laughing. King Snurgle said, I'm a J1 and J2 mix. The mix itself is very rare. You're usually one or the other. Deb said, I'm a vibe person. I often feel what others are feeling and thinking. Yeah, I get a bit like that too with people. If someone cries in front of me, look, it's likely that I might cry too, okay? If someone's crying and they're really upset, and I'll probably cry with them and throw my arms around them and go, I'm sorry. I don't know why, but their pain, you know, you can feel it nearly. Well, you can. You sympathize with them, you empathize with them. You can understand the hurt. I think that's what it is. Alex said, what is J1 and J2? I might have missed something, King. Must be a test. King Snurgle said, Alex, older ladies can usually tell when they see new babies arrive into open society for the first time. Out to lunch said, Army 1 been in a padded cell. Anyone been in a padded cell? No. Oh, no. Oh, haplogroup. That was a typing error. Okay. I thought it might have been, but I wasn't sure because I don't know what the word is. So, out to lunch said, mine was a concrete padded cell. Oh, no. Sherry said, I sometimes know someone is going to call me before they do or stop by. I've been called an old soul all my life as well since childhood. Yeah, have you ever done that too where you pick the phone up and you ring someone and they were just thinking of ringing you? It happens a lot. Or they were thinking of you and you rang them, or vice versa. That happens to me a lot. Alex said, I used to tell people they were pregnant before they told people. I was watching The Stand the other night, that the Mother Abigail, as soon as she cuddled the what's her name? Oh, bloody hell, I used to know her name. Molly Ringwald. When she cuddles her, she goes, you're with child. Straight away she knew. King Snurgle said, Faith, any Google search of haplogroups tells you everything. Different geographical areas tend to specific haplogroups, even up to today. Wow. Marlo said, everything they stated in the last few years has come true. We're on the last mile and all are exhausted. I thought that. I was wondering how other people are feeling, because I am feeling absolutely exhausted. I have needed the time off the last few weeks very much, very, very much. I didn't realise how much. But yeah, I'm utterly exhausted. And I know that they say, what is it? Sun Tzu says, you know, don't let your people get too exhausted before, you know, this plays out, kind of thing. So I agree with you, Marlo. I really do. Faith said, King, thank you. Alex said, empathic. Yeah, empathic. Alex said, I'll look that up, King. Sounds interesting. King Snuggle said, anyone can do a quick Google search about J1 and J2 and H groups. Different races are different haplogroups. Okay, let me have a look. Haplogroups. Got to turn the keyboard on first. That would help. Haplogroups. Okay, what's this? A haplotype is a group of I can't say it, in an organism that are inherited together from a single parent. Okay, and a haplogroup from the Greek, one-fold, simple, and English group is another group of similar haplotypes that share a common ancestor with a single nucleotide polymorphism mutation. More specifically, a haplogroup is a combination of, alleles, I can't even say it, alleles, at different chromosomal regions that are closely linked and tend to be inherited together. As a haplogroup consists of similar haplotypes, it's usually possible to predict a haplogroup from haplotypes. Haplogroups pertain to a single line of descent. As such, membership of a haplogroup by any individual relies on a relatively small proportion of the genetic material possessed by that individual. Each haplogroup originates from and remains part of a preceding single haplogroup or paragroup, As such, any related group of haplogroups may be precisely modelled as a nested hierarchy in which each set haplogroup is also a subset of single broader set, as opposed, that is, to biparental models such as human family trees. And there's a map of haplogroups from around the world. Where am I? Where am I from? Oh dear, I can't find it. I'm not from Australia, so I'm not there. Hang on a sec, guys. Let me see if I can share my screen with you, because that would help. And then you're going to see that for a minute until I get over here. Okay, now where's Ireland? Where the hell is it? There's Australia, there's America and Mexico and Canada. I'm thinking China, right above Australia. It has to be over here somewhere. I don't know. It says Doggerland. Wow, okay. That's really interesting. Very, very interesting. I'm going to have a real good look through this. Can I zoom? Oh, hang on, yep. But I can't find Ireland. Is it over here? I don't even know where I'm from. Oh, my God. Oh, dear. Someone help me. Okay, hang on. I've got to get rid of the screen. Hang on. Oh, wow. I'm going to have to look into that. Okay. Out to lunch said, Alex, I knew my sister was before we were told. Pregnant, that is. That's really weird because when I was pregnant with my daughter, I knew straight away. I don't know how. A funny feeling, butterflies type feeling in the gut. I don't know, but I knew. Alex said, hit the like, guys. I just nearly forgot. Oh, thanks, Alex. Hey, Snuggle Time. How you going? King Snuggle Wilson said, Alex, do a haplogroup map search. It shows what groups come from where. Some maps show where they cluster now. That's what I've got to look for. Alex said, it's funny, isn't it? Sometimes we just know things. Yeah. That's why I think we are more connected than we think. We do tend to know things sometimes that we probably wouldn't necessarily, know. Hey, Timmy, how you doing? Oh, by the way, guys, I needed to thank Timmy and Shannon for last week. For the birthday present. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate that. Everyone's saying, hello, Timmy. Faye said, exhausted and very sleep deprived. Yeah, I don't know, I'm feeling it, I think mental exhaustion more than anything. But it does turn into physical exhaustion because all you want to do is sleep. And it probably doesn't help because it's freezing cold here. And pretty much in winter, that's what I like to do, hibernate, stay where it's warm, Oh, dear. So maybe winter's part of it, but yeah, I'm just feeling very, very tired. Nicey says, I'm an empath. I learned how to harness negative energies now. I'm still able to listen and show love, yet sad or negative energies no longer cling to me. Yep, that's a good thing to learn too. Pat said, hi, have you got this? Thank you, Pat. Yeah, that's awesome, Nicey. Snuggle Time said, same with me, Faith. There you go. Hey, Pat. Faith, you need a good rest. Yeah, I think most people do. Will there be time for rest after this, or will we have to keep working? Because we're going to have to work towards a new system. I know I want to work towards getting out on the land. I want to be out on the land. So, yeah, I'm not finished yet. Deb said, I dream of pregnancy and much later to find someone is. Yep. Luna said, I've been feeling the absolute exhaustion so much over these past few weeks as well. Yeah, I think it's hitting a lot of people. I know I really feel it. But, yeah, I just think, I don't know, it's probably the time that it's been going on for that I've known about it anyway. I can't imagine people who've known longer than me how they're feeling. Like, seriously, I'd be like, oh, come on. I already am. Out to lunch. Oh, God love you. King Snurgle Gergelson said, haplogroups tell you who and where you came from. That's what I'd like to know. Pat said, hi, Alex, you got this. We've got this, guys. We've got this. Faye said, King, somehow that does not surprise me in the least. Deb said, I can't be in and around very negative people. Makes me sick. I can't watch the news too much. That's something I have problems with. If someone is negative and you can't turn them around, I have trouble. Because I don't want to, well, not that I don't want to, I can't listen, like, I can't be in that space. You know what I mean? I've been there. I can't be there again. I can sympathise and hope to God and pray that they come out of it, but I can't either. Negative people are really hard to relate to now. I don't know why. But they've got to find their way out, because I used to be one of those negative people. And there is a way out, but you've got to find it yourself. And I don't know if anyone else can help you find that way except yourself. That's what my experience was. No one could help me get over the negativity until I learned how to get over the negativity myself within me, which is part of forgiveness, and doesn't mean you forget, but you can forgive without forgetting. But, yeah, I understand what you mean, Deb. It's really hard. Stuart said, which island? Ireland. You know, like Irish. I'm Irish, so I'm from Ireland. It's next to England. I know that. I know that. But there was, like, it didn't look like land to me. It looked like it was just like arrows and things. I'm going to have a proper look, because I don't believe I was looking at it very well. Plus, I'm blind as a bat and need to get my eyes checked, so that doesn't help either. Yeah, see, I need to, like, I'm going to have to get a world map and put it next to that map and, like, figure it out. You know what I mean? Marlo said, my mother-in-law told me yesterday she loved me deeply. I said, really? She said 6 foot deep. Oh, no. King Snurgle said that's a good map. Clustered haplogroups show how early peoples emigrated together and created the lives we're now. Hey, Zal, how you going? Morning, Hev and chat crew. Out to lunch said Ireland is a myth. Just to the left of England. Okay, just to the left of England. Is it above and to the left of England? Because then I'm an R1B. I don't know what the hell that is. And above that is Germanic. Sorry, I'm looking at it. Hang on. See, my eyes are they're so bad. Can I? Oh, hang on. I've got to show you the screen now. Hang on. Okay, just hang on a sec, because I got it right. Okay, here, England, right? Somewhere. Oh, is that me over there that doesn't show? Hang on. Am I a 12B? Or a R1B? Where am I? My God, I can't find myself. Oh, dear. Hang on. Okay, so just to the left of England, which I still can't find. It needs to be a ball so I can spin it around, you know. Maria said, reading a book called Extraterrestrial Contact by Kathleen Madden, and she states that what I stated previously. There you go. What, that telepathic people tend to be abducted. They're probably experimenting again. Deb said, show you how small UK is. Yep, shows you how small it is. Yep. Maria said, Kathleen Martin, sorry. Okay, yep. Nicey Glover said, I'm Irish and French, so if Ireland is a myth, please let me know. Well, if Ireland's a myth, please let me know. I come from there. Where did I come from if I didn't come from Ireland? I've heard Australia's a myth too, so I live in all these mythical places, apparently. Ireland, Australia, because apparently Australia doesn't exist to some people. That we're a psyop. I'm living in a psyop. I'm in the Twilight Zone. Gee, dear God. Burnaby Lee said, I used to dream about people I work with being pregnant, then tell them. They used to wonder how I knew. That would be a good thing to have. Sal said, we've all been every race. Ooh, that's interesting. That is interesting, Zal. That's an interesting thought. I like to think about that. Alex said, I think we're more intuitive than we think, Burnaby Lee. Yeah, I think we are. I think we're more connected than we think, and that's why we're more intuitive than we think, because I think that we've lost that part of ourselves. Deb said, my mum moved back to Ireland after new marriage. Oh, cool. Burnaby Lee said, yes, I think so too, Alex. Alex said, they'll probably blame tiredness on long COVID. Yeah, it's been going on long enough. I think so too. They're trying to bring it back. And people are just saying, nope, not doing it. Out to lunch, said Maria, my brother-in-law and I had missing time, but I think we were just really high. Oh, have you heard the hang on, turn my little heater on, it's freezing again. Okay. Have you heard the police officer that rings the police because him and his wife ate pot brownies and time was going really slow and they thought they were dead? That's not funny, but it is. Oh, my God. You know you're not dead, mate. Just pinch yourself. You'll know, okay? If it hurts, you're not dead. But that was hilarious, that was. Deb, I feel you are a real Aussie, Hev. I feel like a real Aussie. I just come from Ireland, but I'm a real Aussie. I've, been here long enough and I feel like this is home and I don't want to go anywhere else and I like it here. Yeah. Like I do want to go other places. I want to visit other places, but I don't know. I don't know if I could live anywhere else. I probably could. But yeah, I feel like an Aussie. And the accent is ingrained in me, more so than the Irish accent I have when I talk to my mum and dad on the phone. Yeah, the Aussie accent's more ingrained. King Snurgle said, our soul spirits have been every race and either sex, but the genetic bit concentrates on your current genetics. That's a really interesting thought, to think that we have been every race. Imagine living lives. Each life you live is a different race. Now, that is interesting. And do you know, I remember years and years ago, it was like 8 or 9 years ago, when it was really trendy to do your DNA. And all these, there were a lot of people in the USA, darker skinned people, who found out they had Irish ancestry. And that goes back to, I believe, many generations ago when the Irish were slaves and so were darker skinned people. They were both slaves and they ended up, like some of the slaves got together and had children themselves, you know what I mean? And a lot of people found out, and they were so angry that they had Irish in them. And I thought, yeah, but that's history. If you look back on history, you'll see why that happened. You know, it's like, I don't know. King Snoggle Gergelson said, which tend to give your current skill sets, which seem to be genetically controlled. That's really interesting. And Faith is laughing at Alex. And Sal, yep, for sure, King. Out to lunch said, did the Vatican get blown up yet? I don't know. Something happened someone was saying something happened near the Vatican. Might have been a couple of weeks ago. Let me see in the news. Vatican names 3 women to office that vets bishop nominations. No, that's not what I want to see. Pope Francis' reforms to church governance are unlike any since Vatican II. No, oh God, it's just from 3-4 days ago. Wouldn't live in the Vatican if I retire, says the Pope. Why is it haunted? Speaker Nancy Pelosi receives communion at Vatican amid abortion rights debate. Did the Vatican catch on fire? That's interesting. I have no intention of resigning, Pope Francis says. He's staying put for now. No, okay. Nothing on the Vatican. The end of the news. That's very interesting. Not showing me much, and that's on Quant, which is a different, like, it's not Google, it's a search engine, Quant. I don't know. But no, out to lunch, it should have caught fire when Nancy Pelosi was there receiving communion. Unless it's something with, unless it's for the other side, the whole Vatican. I don't know. Burnaby Lee said, my brother passed on Monday. So sad, but no more suffering now. Spirit lives on forever. Oh, Burnaby Lee, my condolences. I'm so sorry to hear that. But yeah, if he was suffering, oh. Alex said, what's your clock difference now? Have I told my dad about it the other day and said to keep a lookout? 9:47, 9:36. Still 11 minutes. It takes about a week or two to get another minute on there by the look of it. So that one's 9:36. This one's 9:47. Okay. Mine now says 9:48. Look, I'll show you. So you know I'm not lying. Oh, I hope you can see it. Okay. Oh, shit. It says 9:37 a.m., okay, up there. It's 9.5 degrees outside. It's pretty cold. It's the wind. Wind chill factor. Okay, so that says 9:37, right? My clock on, I don't know if I can, hang on, I'll share the screen with you. I don't know if you can see down here. Okay, 9:48. Do you see that? Okay, and then let's remove that. Go back to here. 9:37. This one's not connected to the internet. That one is, and so is, where is it? The home phone, wherever that is. This thing. This is connected to the internet. Oh, zooming. And this is the same time as the computer time, okay? So this is connected to the internet. This one isn't. Look at the difference in time. 11 minutes. So there you go. Because this is connected through the modem to the wires, to the bloody, whatever it's called. Faye said, Burnaby, my condolences. Good. Oh, no. I just choked on myself. Okay. Yes, Burnaby, deepest condolences. I'd hate to lose a family member right now in this whole thing. But better, yeah, suffering it's hard. Because you don't want them suffering, you know? Why can't they just bring out the stuff now? Help us out. So I said, it's not that people are setting out to be overly negative, it's their surface level banter. The 99% just go on with that, nauseates me, as they just can't go deeper on any topic as it scares them. Yeah. But I know that some people, they love to wallow in the negativity. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. Oh, it just seems that way probably. Yeah, because you try and help people, but they don't really want the help. They just want to keep in. I know, because I've been there myself. They just can't think past the problem that they have. I don't know. Not that I wanted to be wallowing in negativity, you know, when I was, but it's really hard to get out of too. Okay, more condolences for Burnaby Lee. Yep. That's just sad. Alex said next to England. Everyone's still telling me Ireland is next to it. I know it's next to it. Where? It's the way the map is set out with all the different colours. I think it's confusing me. It just doesn't have the little islands. It has all different colours, and I'm confused. It doesn't take much to confuse me, believe me. Okay. And Deb's laughing at next to England. Out to lunch said, Burnaby Lee, it's hard to lose a sibling. My heart goes out to you and yours. Yep, definitely. And the family, you know, your whole family. That'd be really hard. I'm lucky that I haven't really lost anyone close to me. I'm a bit worried. I don't know how I'll handle it, that's all, because I haven't had anyone really close to me pass away, other than my grandfather and grandmother. And I took that hard. So out to lunch said, oh, yep, I've read that one. And Burnaby Lee says, thank you, Alex. Out to lunch said, I'm half Portuguese and English Irish. Stuart's saying, lol. Out to lunch said, blood type, red. Yeah, that's it. My blood type is red. Burnaby Lee said, thank you, guys. David said, well, hello again. How are you doing this morning? Cloudy and damp in the west today. Yeah, it's windy and sunny here. It says it's 9 degrees, but the wind chill, well, it's not that bad actually today. I feel a bit warmer. So, yeah. But apparently from tonight, tomorrow, and the next day, we're going to get snow. I'm about to run out of wood. That's going to be interesting. Something just flashed on my screen. I don't know what that was. Faye said, maybe it's all a myth. Yeah. Imagine if our countries are all joined together anyway, right? One big land, right? And, yeah, they just make you think you're going overseas to go to another country. Oh, that's what happens when you smoke too much. You start thinking stupid things like that. King Snurgle said, good. Alex said, I apparently used to speak Portuguese when I was a child as my best friend at the time. Mum was Portuguese and I couldn't really speak English. Wow. Deb said, Ireland is on the opposite side of the world to Australia. Yeah, exactly. Oh, dear. But, yeah, the way it was set out, because it was, if they had a flat earthed it, right, set the map out like a flat earth and done it that way, I probably would have found it. But because it's all bent and it's not actually a circle, you can't spin it around and see where things are. Oh, dear. Out to lunch said, haven't sent your fact-checking the Australia myth. Good on you. Yeah, well, I'm here, so I don't know where I am if it's not Australia, okay? Someone tell me, where am I? Oh, dear. Alex said she still can't speak English now. I'll call it Penglish. Lol, I can understand her now but can't really speak it anymore. That'd be interesting. I'd love to speak different languages. I can't speak any other language but English, but... Oh, hang on. I remember learning German at school. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9? Zen. Is that right? 1 to 10 in German. There you go. And French I was not good at. I can't. I know we learnt it at school. We learned French and German in language at school. I remember the German, can't remember the French. The most I can say in French is quiche. Quiche, anyone? No, I'm kidding. Everyone's laughing because I can't find Ireland, I think. Oh, hang on. Maybe it's something else. Yes, I heard about that cop. Oh, yeah, the cop. The cop. Proper baked he was. He said, time's going so slow. I think we're dead. Oh, we just ate too many brownies on the first go, mate. Look, seriously, that's called a freak out. If that is happening, you've had too much, okay? Back right off. And go and eat something without that in it, okay? Best thing you can do is, if you start spinning yourself out, is eat. And maybe drink some orange juice or something. Eating will probably calm you down. That normally works. Maria said, I feel I am a Heyoka empath, I believe. I don't know what that is either. Alex said, whoop, whoop. Nice. He said, I must be mixed race. Quite a mix of that. I'm Irish and French, born in the United States of America. There you go. We've all come from somewhere. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Jeff said, Hev, give us a demo of your Irish accent. Okay, I'll read your comment in an Irish accent. The best Irish I can do now because I've lost most of it. Hev, give us a demo of your Irish accent. Doesn't really sound that much different to me. Jennifer said, hey, Hev, it's frustrating, but we need to have faith. Creator's got this. WEF leader in a prophecy by Robin Bullock saying he thinks he's a god, but remember that when he's on... Yeah, remember that when he's on the loo wiping his backside. Exactly. Exactly. Okay. So Maria said a real ocker. Yeah, I'm an ocker. Ocker is an Aussie, a real ocker. Out to lunch said, I think Heb would like Mississippi. I've been to many states working, but I like it here. I think Australia would be an adventure for sure. Yeah, I'd love to go around the world. I really would. I'd love to see other lands and other people and places that I haven't been to before. I'd love to see. I did go around a lot. Okay, I went to many places when I was really young on the way to Australia from Ireland because we came by ship. Took us 6 weeks to get here, and we stopped everywhere along the way. I've apparently been to Egypt. I remember hot and the pyramids, looking up at the pyramids and going, oh my, that's huge. So I've been a lot of places when I was really young, but don't remember much of anything, right? So, yeah, I'd love to do it now. When you're older and you can take things in, you know. And I'd love to go to the USA. I've never been there, and I'd love to see it. Because, you know, you see it growing up. I don't know about the UK, but in Australia you get a lot of American movies, and you look at their, you know, their the land around them, and, you know, when it's out in the country and that. And it's just like, it's beautiful. I'd love to see it. And I'm sure some of them are done in Canada too. Yeah. Deb said, yeah, that's it. Empathic, especially when I give massages. Well, yeah, if you've got your hands on someone, that might I don't know, amplify the empathic ability? I don't know. Alex said, oh, I nearly forgot I went to do a bit of food shopping earlier and there was a burnt-out car in the car park. When I asked, apparently it was an electric car battery. Whoosh, up in flames. See, yep, look. Do you know what would be funny? Well, maybe it might be funny, depending on which side you're on, right? If these people who expect us to go and buy electric cars have their vehicle go up in flames, and hopefully they're in it and they have to jump out real quick. I know that's horrible, but it'll teach them a lesson. Alex said it's happening more and more. So scary. I don't want to park next to any sort of electric vehicle. How do you know? I suppose they wouldn't have a petrol tank? Maybe? Nicey said, I'm white with auburn hair and my last name is Glover. I never met another white person named Glover. Yes, I'm a special human, just as each of you are. Yeah, I believe we are. Faye said, what a surprise, Alex. But hey, let's all go electric. Yeah. And let's watch our $52,000 investment go up in flames. I'd be spewing. Spitting chippies, I would be. Right angry. MC Swat said, agreed. Pelosi is a stinking demon. Yeah. I'm surprised the Vatican didn't go up in flames when she went in there. Deb Richardson said 9:18. Oh, in South Australia, is it? Yep. You're half an hour behind me. King Snurgle Gurgelson said, anyway, the reason I brought up the genetics bit is because computer code writers are working with geneticists to prove genetics are basically code that creates what you can do. Ooh, interesting, King Snurgle. Alex said they're trying to push it, Faith, and they have no idea or don't care that these things are just ticking time bombs. Yeah, I remember seeing 3 electric vehicles parked up. They were charging, and the one in the middle caught fire, and the 2 on the either side of it caught fire with it. So no, thank you. I don't want an electric vehicle. King Snurgle said the transhumanists are using this information to work on creating the transhumans they want to turn us into. Yeah, I don't think they're going to succeed. Does anyone really want to be part computer and part person? I'd rather have the full human experience, mate. I want to feel everything, bad or good, it doesn't matter. I would rather have the human experience than live forever in some freaking computer chip thing. No, I don't think I think they'll breed feelings out and reproductive needs out of people because that's what they want ultimately. Face said, geez, that was supposed to be a wink, not a tongue. Good grief. Alex said, I'll look into that, King. Sounds really interesting. It does. Deb said, it's still very moist here in Adelaide. It's about to get moist. Well, no, actually dry, because if it's snowing, it's got to be dry air. I'm waiting for snow. It's going to be depressing if it doesn't even snow this year, you know, because then I have nothing to look forward to. No, I'm kidding. We have all this to look forward to. A bit of snow would be nice, though. King Snurgle says, so there's a chance they are working on not just getting rid of useless eaters, but keeping the genetics they think they can control and code to do what they want new transhumans to be. That makes sense. Maria said, my mobile says 9:51 a.m. Yeah, get a digital clock that you put batteries in that you don't, it's not connected to anything, the internet or anything, or I don't know if even the old radio clocks, you know, the ones you plug into the wall, I don't know if that would work. But I'd try. I don't know. See, with the digital one, when it starts winding down, it doesn't lose time. It just starts fading and then just switches off. You know what I mean? It doesn't lose the time. It just, because I was thinking a wind-up clock, but that might lose time. Selena said, I found you on. Excellent. King Snurgle said, so genetics will be used to make the robots be the type of robots they want in the future. Basically, the globalist WEF pushers are all Frankenstein creating loonies. Yeah, they're psychopaths. There's something wrong up there. Maybe too much inbreeding with them. I don't know what they've been doing, but there's something wrong up there. Sherry said, I'm Irish, Scottish, and Native American. I'm from all over. Ah, excellent. You got bits of this and bits of that. That's excellent. Alex said, it's the way you tell them, Frank Carson. And Alex said, wow, Sherry, yeah, we knew what you meant. Selena said, I envy those that can speak or read, write another language. I do too, because I can't. I can only count to 10 in German. That's it. Oh, dear. Hey, I'll just speak to Klaus Schwab and go, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And he'll go, what? David Morgan said, our land is girt by sea, lol. Yep. Well, we've got beaches, so I'm sure I'm just like, that's smash talk, you know, when I said all the land's connected. That's what happens when you're smashed. You just sit there and think weird thoughts. Deb said, Australia was connected to Africa a very long time ago, and my dad would tell yarns about when we lived in Africa. My dad was very funny. Yeah. Oh, well, wasn't it called, it started with a J. When all the lands were together. Maybe it didn't start with a J. Maybe it started with a P. I don't know. Oh, I can't remember. I used to know what it was. Selena said, I can still remember about 70% of my 3 years of high school Spanish. Still got to look words up. Oh, excellent. King Snurgle said, haha, did German too. Heaven, all I can remember is counting up to 10. Brian said, left of Scotland, Hev. I've lost where I'm from. I've lost Ireland. Luna said, I'm German-Irish mix. Excellent. Dutch-German. Hey, the Dutch and the German farmers I seen this morning are banding together. How's that? That's good. Excellent. Alex said, I'd love to learn a few languages. Imagine being able to understand everyone. I've learnt bits on loads of different languages, but nothing fluent. Yeah, as I said, I only know 1 to 10 in German. I don't know any other. Oh, hang on. Yes, I do. Tell a lie. Guten Morgen and Guten Tag. Good morning and good, I don't know if that's evening or afternoon. Is there anything else I remember? No, not really. I remember Mademoiselle from French. That's what I remember. Alex said, of, not on. Oh, yep. Lady Stardust said, I don't think Klaus is a real person. He's acting out Dr. Evil. He does look like that, doesn't he? That's what I've thought before. Look, what if these people are actually just CGI? Seriously. Bill Gates, Klaus Schwab, half these people we see in politics. Now, that's a strange thought that I have thought before, but it is doable. I'm sure if they tried, they could do it. And Alex said, yeah, he does look like Dr. Evil, Lady. He does. Lady Stardust said, there are a few characters around currently who appear too ridiculous. Like the board said, what makes a good movie? Actors. Yeah, exactly. Or CGI. Now they can do that. Nicey Glover said, I've been searching for land to purchase in Australia when the world settles down. I look forward to travelling again. Oh, it's lovely. It's lovely here. I'm looking for land in Australia too. Oh, dear, I don't know how I'll get it, but it's there somewhere waiting for me. The right land, you know. Faye said, Lady Stardust, exactly. Pat said, yes, Klaus is a bit over the top. Well, a lot of them are. Even like Zelensky and Macron and Trudeau and, they all really over the top. David said, everything currently is an intelligence test. Buy an EV and watch yourself fail. Yeah, I'm not buying one. I actually want an old gas guzzler car. I want an old car without the bells and the whistles and the bullshit all over the place. I don't need a screen in the car. I don't need things to distract me like beeps going off. Oh, my God. I don't need to be babied. That's the thing. I'm not a baby. If I leave my headlights on and the car doesn't beep, I'll learn the next morning when the battery's flat. Which reminds me, my son's battery's flat. I don't know what we're going to do about that. Selena said the lithium mine is mined by children all overseas in third world countries, and it strip mines the land, not a green vehicle. Exactly. Doesn't it take about 500,000? I don't know. I don't think it was acres. I can't remember what it was. Something about digging it out. 500,000. I don't know. I shouldn't have said anything because I can't remember. See? Memory like a sieve. Alex said most taxis are electric hybrids around here. Wouldn't get in one. I'd rather walk. Yeah. I don't like getting taxis anyway. I like having my own car. Because if I need to go somewhere, I want to go there now, not wait an hour or two for a taxi to turn up and then go. Because then I've got something else to do, see? Oh, my goodness. And it says a lot for if you're out somewhere and you really want to get home, right? Which is normally me. You really want to get home and you just jump in your car and go. You don't have to wait again for a taxi. Nicey said, I've learned it'll be hard for me to purchase a place there. I'm doing my research. Yeah, Nicey, where are you from? Because it's easy for the Chinese to do it. Don't know why anyone else would have problems. Alex said, I think it says that on the back if it's electric, it's also disturbing how silent they are. Can't hear them coming. Oh, no. Really? I'd rather hear a car coming. Selena said, Nancy Pelosi is demon-ridden. Yeah. Yeah, that's why I thought the Vatican would just be on fire if she stepped in there. Then again, the other people can walk in the Vatican that aren't good people either. So, Deb said, Rex from Leak Project goes out to amazing places to show us. Ooh. I might have to write that down. I don't know if anyone's ever seen I think it was a TV mini-series thingy called Intensity by Dean Koontz. Now, I don't know where that was filmed, but I want his house, the weirdo's house. That was beautiful. There was all pine trees everywhere, and, it was gorgeous. The movie itself was a horror movie, so it's not real pleasant, but the scenery, that's what I mean, the scenery in these movies. Okay, even like National Lampoon's Vacations, right? The first one, the original, right? Wally World one. I even loved that as each place they went to, each place they were driving through, and I love the scenery. Faye said, no transhumanism for me, thank you. Yes. Maria said, 52K up in flames. Yeah, can you imagine it? Well, there's my investment. $52,000. I could have put that on a house. And the $52,000 is now up in flames. Maybe I should have barbecued with the $52,000 instead. Alex said, I saw that video of the other cars catching fire from the electric one. I think they all were electric, but they were all at the charging station, and there was 3 parked next to each other, and the one in the middle caught fire, and then the 2 on either side of it caught fire with it. David said, electric bikes are suicide. Drivers don't see us, which is why loud pipes save lives, bruh. Yep, they do. The noise of the motor does save lives. Selena said, Hev, you can have our snow. Oh, I would love it. Maria said no. $6 million men and women. Yeah, no, thank you. Maria said it's very cold here and rainy too. Things are falling on the roof. It's just twigs from the trees, but David said, I haven't seen snow for 42 years. Last year in UK 1980, there was so much of it I got my tractor stuck in a snowdrift. Can't say I missed it all that much. Yeah, if I lived in a place where it snowed all the time, I'd probably get sick of it, but we don't see it much here, so that's why I get all excited. It doesn't last either. Be lucky if it lasts a day or two. David said, howdy, Alex. Apparently Lemuria sank into the Indian Ocean. Deb, so what your dad said sounds plausible to me. Yeah. Nicey Glover said, I speak English, Spanish, and slop bucket Dutch, German, grew up in Amish Mennonite. Thus the slop bucket German, Dutch German. Fair enough. Maria said, see you later, Hev, and lovely people. Got grandchildren coming for lunch. Love you all. Oh, have a good one, Maria. Brian said, Hev, the old supercontinent was called Pangea. That's it. Pangea. David Morgan said, Guten Tag is good day. Ich haben ein klein Deutsch. Deutsch? Oh. Faye said, Brian PC, I've heard that. Yep. That was exactly it. Gavin said, hi, Hev. I have English, Scottish, Irish, French, Spanish in my genes. We can trace my family tree back to 1480 on both parents' side. Wow, that is excellent. Deb said, I'll call my mum and ask if they moved Ireland. I can't even find my homeland on a map. Oh, dear. Lady Stardust said, I love my 1998 Saab convertible. Cost me $2,000. Oh, you lucky thing. A Saab, they're beautiful cars. And the 1998, yeah, the older. David said, best car I ever owned was a 1962 MK10 Jaguar. I want it back. It had no computer in it. Yeah, exactly. What if we all start ringing the car companies and complaining about all these bells and whistles and video cameras and things all over the place? I wonder what would happen. Like if we acted like Karens and rang them and said, right, we're getting out of bed. Get that shit out of my car. Oh, dear. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to ring Mazda tomorrow when they're open on Monday. And I'm going to ask them how to disconnect all the bells and whistles in the car. See what they say. I just want to see what they say. Pat said we could have steam driven. Yeah. Steam driven would be better. Luna said, I can speak German, Irish, Gaelic. Irish Gaelic. Oh, I can't even speak Irish Gaelic. Scottish, Gaelic, and Latin. Oh, I'd love to speak Latin. Then I could read the, is it the Torah? Is that Latin? Hang on. Then you could read the original writings anyway and, like, interpret them yourself. Do you know what I mean? Without someone, middleman, saying, this is what it says. Alex said you should put jump leads on Hev's son's car and leave his car running for at least 15 minutes. Should give enough charge to get a new battery if he needs. Yeah, you can drive my car up to get a new battery if that's what it needs. And he was told when he registered the car that it will need a new battery. So it's on its way out. So I didn't think you were supposed to be able to put jumper leads on new cars with computers. Because I heard you can do something to the car, to your car, starting the other car with a flat battery. I don't know. I just keep hearing things like that. Faith said, Luna, that's awesome. Nicey said, Columbia, South Carolina. Oh, okay. So American can't buy Australian land, but the Chinese can. Okay. Doesn't make sense, does it? Unless there's a plan. Sunflower Empress, hey, going. Hey, Heaven Chat. Simone said, Luna, that's fab. Very clever to learn so many. Yeah, different languages, definitely. Alex said, that's so cool, Luna. I'm going to try and learn some more language. Can practically get free lessons on YouTube now, so no excuse for me. Yes. Hey, Lisa, how you going? Good to see you too. Deb said, Rex is in America. Everyone's saying hello. Alex said, National Lampoon's so funny, going round and round the roundabout. Yeah, in the UK, it's a European vacation, isn't it? There's Big Ben. There's Big Ben. They keep just going round the roundabout, passing Big Ben. Oh, but I love the Wally World one too, where they just drive through America. I love that. Like, I don't know. It's the same with the movie Intensity by Dean Koontz, and the scenery in it is just amazing. It just makes me, I want to see America. I want to see America. And Alex said, hey, Lisa, out to lunch, said, remember someone speaking broken English knows more than one language. I took Spanish but was failing English class. Oh, failed Spanish. Oh, really? Alex, out to lunch. Simone said, we're having 38 degrees England, UK on Monday, apparently. Yeah, see if it gets to that. It'd be interesting to have your own thermometer to measure the temperature and see. Always measure temperature in the shade. It's not supposed to be done in the sun. That's why I don't understand solar-powered weather stations, because the weather station itself is supposed to be in the shade. Put a solar power thing on there and it has to sit in the sun to recharge. It says a lot for the old mercury thermometers, doesn't it? I learned that years ago because I've owned weather stations since 2010. Yeah. And I've realized, like, the ones that are solar powered are pretty bad because they sit in the sun and you're not supposed to take a temperature in the sun. But it'd be interesting, Simone, to see if that actually hits 38. I mean, it might, but it'd be interesting to see if it does. Sherry said the real Bill and Melinda were gone away with years ago in India. Yeah, I've heard that. Yep. I just want, I want to see it. I want the proof. I really, really do. Brian said Intensity was filmed in Vancouver, Canada. I thought it might have been. There you go. Thank you, Brian. Thank you. David said, one cannot transcend from human from a standpoint of subhuman. One must first ascend to human before transcending is even a question. Haha, got them. Got me too, that one. God, it's windy. Alex said, hey, Simone, it's going to be a scorcher. Could even hit 40, which is 104 Fahrenheit. They've warned people not to travel. Really? Don't travel? God, if we didn't travel in 40-degree heat, there'd be no one anywhere. And in summer, I mean. Normally, most of the time. Nicey said, English D-O. Nicey said, not good at spelling how it sounds, but means I live you too. Simone said, Alex, yep, I hope people take care. Yeah, just keep, drinks with you. Just keep water. Make sure your electrolytes are good. So make sure you get some of that electrolyte stuff. It'll stop you from dehydrating. If you've got elderly neighbours, let them know. Please buy some hydrolyte or electrolyte stuff. Keep yourself hydrated. Alex said, you might be able to remove fuses to stop your car making noise, Hev, although I don't really know how it works. Yeah, well, I'm scared of taking one fuse out and something else stopping as well. I did think of that, and I thought, what if that does something else as well? I do have the manual, so I should look, and I'm sure I went through this before. I'm sure I've already looked, and there was a reason why it couldn't be done. And it might be just me thinking that if I pull that fuse out, what else is going to stop working? That's what I thought you meant. I love you too. Oh, God love you. Out to lunch, said, Heaven sent, I finally got the chicken out of the bathroom and into a coop with 4 hens. Oh, good. I'd love to have chickens. How you going, Sandy D's nuts? 40 degrees Celsius, just an ordinary summer day in Western Australia, Alex. 45 gets a bit much, though, I must admit. Yeah, that extra 5 degrees does. It doesn't really... has it got to 40 up here? Yeah, it probably got to 40 up here the day it was 45 in Penrith down the mountain. So if it's like, yeah, it does get to 40 up here, but not as much as it does down there. Yeah. Selena said, have the Bible is in Greek, Hebrew, and Aramaic, if I recall correctly. Oh, okay. So it's Hebrew or Greek I want to learn to speak. Is that right? Or Aramaic? Okay. Luna said, that's exactly the reason I picked to learn Latin. Oh, there you go. Yeah, because a lot of them have been, they might have been done in Greek, Hebrew, and Aramaic, but they weren't they translated from Latin to English? So maybe they were translated from Greek, Hebrew, and Aramaic to Latin and then to English? I don't know. Yeah, I thought they were translated from Latin. Alex said, I hope people don't take their dogs out. Saw a pic the other day of poor dog's blistered paws. Yes, don't take your dogs out on the concrete and tar roads will be very, very hot. Yeah, and so Empress is saying, hey, Sandy. I was going to say David Morgan. Hey, Jeff Swig, how you going? The Torah is written in Hebrew. Okay. Well, that's what I need to learn then, Hebrew. Because I'd like to read the Torah. That was the original, wasn't it? The Talmud was the newer one, which is not really... is that right? The Torah was the original from memory. Alex said probably just normal day in Australia. Yeah, in summer, still to me it's bloody hot because I come from Ireland, so I still feel it. Hey, old school Pete, how you doing? Everyone's saying hello. Hey, Suzanne, how you doing? Have Alex in chat. Everyone's saying hello, hello, hello. Lady Stardust said because the CCP interfered in something, okay, you can read it on the screen, their assets are being seized as per EO. That's what I think is happening. But I know that the Chinese have been allowed to buy Australian land for years, and that there are about 20 to 25,000 houses sitting empty that they come and holiday in once a year for a couple of weeks. And I don't believe that should be happening when we have homeless people on the streets. I don't believe that China should be allowed to buy our land or houses. So hopefully they are being seized. Sandy D's Nuts said 28 in Scotland Monday and Tuesdays. That's hot, hot, hot for us. Yeah, 28 in Scotland. Yep. Lenazi said, sorry, got a phone call. That's okay. Did you miss anything exciting? Well, just not really, just us talking about, weather and heat and how to hydrate yourself if it gets too hot. And Sandy D's Nuts said, our roads melt, Hev. Really? What are they making roads out of? Oh, no. Ours do too. Like they kind of, the tar on the roads can stick to your, stick to your shoes on hot days, or your shoes stick to the road on hot days. And if you go with bare feet, you have to run across the road, okay? Really quickly, so you don't burn your feet. I've done it before. Your roads melt on 28 degrees. Wow. You must have soft roads. I don't know. Alex said UK go mad when there's a bit of heat. They try and baby us all the time. That's the problem. That's the problem. I wouldn't listen to them when they say don't go out. If you're going to go out, just make sure you take enough water and make sure you're hydrated and somewhere to stop in the shade, obviously. But they do. They baby like even here in Australia, we're used to it, and they still go, heat wave, oh, stay indoor, and it's like, oh, bloody hell. How about you guys stay indoors, let us do what we want, like just tell everyone to stay hydrated. That'll work. Oh. King Snowball said the high temperatures melt our tarmac roads, so the cost of repairing them makes the government recommend us not drive in really high temps in the UK. Okay. Well, then, I don't know if you've got different tar than we have. Because ours, like, it'll melt over 40, it'll start to soften. It doesn't melt, it softens where you feel like you're sticking to the road when you're walking across the road. Wow. That's interesting, though. Empress said coconut water is really good for hydration. There you go. Alex said get the garage to do it. I tried. They can't. Or it cost me a fortune. So I'm going to ring the company themselves and I'm going to say, how do I undo all these little alarms and whistles and things that I really don't need? See what they say. Brian said, yep, Hev, some of the roads will melt here in the UK at 40-degree temperatures. It's tar on our roads, Hev. Yep. Yeah, we got tar on our roads too, but like they don't melt like... Yeah, they don't melt our roads. They get soft, but they don't actually melt. Like, yeah, they don't wear away the road, really. Out to lunch said it was 104 Fahrenheit in Phoenix today, I seen. But something about the humidity being low is livable. Yeah, if the humidity is low, it's all right. If it's dry heat, it's all right. It's when the humidity goes up that you really start to sweat. And it's uncomfortable. Out to lunch said coconut water sounds good. Lady Stardust said no air conditioning in the UK. My daughter is a teacher there. The children were told they can leave their tie off. Oh, how nice. I hope they got fans. I'm in Australia. I don't have an air conditioner. I just got to put up with it. So in Australia, some houses, most houses have air conditioning, but some don't. The older ones don't. So, yeah. But they were also made of like brick and double brick, so the houses were partially insulated from the amount of brick they had, And plus, people didn't live in cities where it's all concrete, and when you're in a concrete place, it's going to get hotter. So if you on a hot day, the best thing to do is go to a park with shade, where there's grass, where there's trees, things. Because when you have concrete and tar, it's going to heat up more, and it holds the heat. It holds it well into the night as well. So I know that from walking here at night in Australia in bare feet. The concrete and the tar and even brick homes, if they're not double bricked, will hold the heat. Gavin said Cambodia's royal palace in Phnom Penh, I can't say that, still uses free energy to power their palace. A video of it shows plasma forming at the top of the roof, ancient Tartarian tech. Interesting. Luna said the Latin helps learn the Aramaic for me. Oh, okay. That's good to know, Luna. David said that's right, out to lunch. 104 Fahrenheit with high humidity is awful. It's usually not high in summer, but can get humid and hot occasionally. Not fun when that happens. No. It's yeah, when it's humid, it's much hot. You just sweat. It's really uncomfortable. I'd rather dry heat than hot heat. than humid heat. Sorry. I'm just filling my cup up. Okay. Old School Pete said Jesus spoke Aramaic. It's a dead language. Really? What about if we bring it back to life? Can we bring it back to life? King Snurgle said at Jeff's wig, have you realised if you swap the first letter of your name's about, you become WEF's jig? Empress said if you have a dog, coconut water is great for them too, especially if they've had bad tummy or it's very hot. Oh, there you go. Old School Pete said, I think. Brian said, 5 books, the Torah, yes, the Jewish Bible. Yeah, that was the original, wasn't it? I don't know. Alex said, Ireland is next to England, Hev. I knew what you meant. Lays Stardust said, no laws here are valid. Yep. Simone said, Hev, you can do a biblical Hebrew lessons on YouTube, camel, horse, goat. We had a good fun with it, but hard to remember at our age. Yeah, I'd like to have a better memory too. Alex said, I didn't know that. Empress, I used to give my dogs and Rad's coconut oil, only a little spoon every now and then. They loved it and made their coat shine. Oh, and Fred loves Donna. Oh, that's so cute. Old School Pete said anyone interested in China should watch the China show. It's 2 guys, Winston and C. Milk. It's good. I've never heard of it. Alex said Fred loves Donna. Davis said, yes, I hope they're being seized too in accordance with Executive Order 12/21/2017. Let's hope so. Lanazi said, Durham put out 30 subpoenas, so no names yet will be held in Virginia courts, not DC. Oh, yes. I knew that he was going, it wasn't going to be held in DC, the next one. Sandy D's Nuts said, cheap patched up tar. Yeah, that's what they're doing here too. They're starting just patchwork. It's like, I don't know, I've got a 3 or 4 kilometre road leading out of here. And it's just like the whole time you're driving, the whole car's vibrating. Bolts are going to fall off. Things are going to fall off. I'm angry at them. Because in the 2.5 years I've been living here, 2 years? 2 years I've been living here. That thing's rattling my car to bits, that road. It's like a patchwork quilt, but worse. You have to drive on it. Deb said, my sis name is was Donna. Aww. Alex said, I wish the governments would just bloody well leave us all alone. Sick of their constant BS and lies. Yeah, me too. I'm not in for any of this. Anything they want to do, I don't want to do it. David said, I remember in the UK when it hit 25 degrees Celsius, half of London would head for the Kent coast. That's what I remember about being in Ireland. Like if it was 25 degrees, it was like a heat wave. Sandy D's Nuts said, warning us in the UK is once again about the NHS. Lanazi said, hey, you want us out of the sun because it's activating our DNA. Yeah, because sun's vitamin D. It's good for you. Not in the middle of the day. That's when you get burnt. Early morning and late afternoon are good times if you just want to stand in the sun for about 10 minutes. That's it. Maybe a little bit longer, maybe 20 minutes. But if you've got white skin, because it burns. I know. I'm in Australia and I'm Irish. It burns. Out to lunch said bad roads but super expensive tunnels with trains. Yeah, because that's what they want us all doing, on trains and public transport. No, thank you. I would like my own car. Thank you very much. And I'm not giving it up. Simone said, I lived in Israel and studied Hebrew at college, but it was 32 years ago and I only remember slang naughty words now. Oh, and lemon, because it's lemon. Not too hard to remember. Yeah, that's pretty close, actually. Lemon. Brian said Aramaic was common language of the time of Jesus. So if you read the Torah in Hebrew, it would be translated as the language is still here but considered lost to time often. Versions on Google. Okay. Selena said, hit 100 here today. Ooh. Alex said, roads are atrocious here. Pothole city makes you wonder what all the road tax we pay goes on. Exactly. That's what I want to know. Because our roads are rubbish too. I'm pretty sure all over the world, governments have been told to stop fixing things. What do you think? Because that's how it seems to me here. Or they take their time, they do a really bad job when they patchwork it. Instead of doing a portion of the road, which they have actually done out on the highway, but that's run by the RTA, Roads and Traffic Authority, at least. It used to be called the RTA. I don't know what it's called now. They keep changing the names of these things. But the RTA are doing like portions of the road, fixing the hole, digging the whole thing, retarring it, right? But the councils run the local roads, and they're just patchworking. They just fill the hole a bit too much, so it's a hump, so you're going over them instead of going down them, you're going over them, right? Oh, my God. I swear they're trying to break our cars so we don't have cars. There you go. Empress said they're using the fear of dangerous heat next week to push the agenda, of course. They got to keep that agenda going. I wonder what they'll come up with next. Dear me. Hang on, guys. I'll get back to the comments in a sec. Okay. Yeah, that's exactly what I think, Empress, too. That's exactly what I think. Hey, Beckham USA, SC in the house again. Out to lunch, said Alex, probably going to Ukraine. Yeah, that's where all the money's gone. They don't have the money to fix our countries anymore. We just sent it all off to the Ukraine. Makes sense? Not. Oh, also, who was it? It was Zelensky's worth or something, right? Where am I? Let me see if I can find it. Oh, yeah, if renewables are supposed to be the cheapest and most affordable energy source, why are all our power bills going up by 20%? Interesting, isn't it? Okay. Zelensky's net worth. Salary is $780,000 a year. Is that a year? Anyway, monthly income is $11 million. His salary is $780,000, but his monthly income is $11 million. How? Is that just because we've all given them the money? Going in their pockets, I'm telling you. Alex said probably on expensive yachts so they can spend their time at sea where there is no real law, only maritime. Probably. And that out to lunch, yep. King Snurgle Gergelson said most of the UK roads are stone chippings with only a small amount of low-quality tar sticking them together. Tar melts and you get loads of black sticky chippings flying around everywhere. UK is oh, so there is a difference. Okay. They're obviously making, the tar cheap and icky and sticky. Cheap and icky and sticky. Wow. I don't know if they're doing that to our roads. I do know that when they first fill them and you drive over them, because they don't use the steamrollers anymore to pack it down. So I know that when they've just filled a hole and you drive over it, you do get bits flying off, you know. But yeah, when it's supposed to be tarring the road, it's supposed to be like sealed, isn't it? Selena said, Alex, our roads too. Wow. Alex said, that amazing Polly video touched on that. I'll share it here in case anyone wants to watch it about Richard Branson and his islands. I've not finished watching it yet, but it's interesting so far. Okay, that's what I'm going to do as soon as I jump off here. I'll be going to... Oh, you watch her on Bitchute? I'll watch her on Rumble. There you go. She's on both. Brian said the roads were melting in the late 90s at under 30 degrees, so the cars ruin them, like track marks. So 40 degrees will ruin them more. Still good roads, just a heavy cost here on tar in the road here. Well, if they did it properly the first time with the good tar, then they wouldn't keep needing to retar, would they? What are they doing? I think they're trying to save money just to shove it all overseas. Giving us the cheap, Okay, so Alex has put the link up. Excellent. Mandy said humid heat flares up the joint aches. Do you know what humid heat also does? If you have skin problems, like any itchiness, it'll make it even worse. David said Armenian genocide in World War I left few who could speak that original language. Oh, of course. They have to destroy everything, don't they? They really love destroying things, these people. Luna said, old school, it's only dead if we stop learning to speak it. That's what I was thinking. Can we bring it back? Learn it. Torah or Penti... Oh, I can't... How do you say that? Pentateuch. First 5 books of the Old Testament. Okay. Mandy said, yes, Luna, we stopped passing down the knowledge of our ancestors, and that's where we lost out. Because a lot of what we think is myth is actually what our ancestors were telling us, handing down to us. And a lot of it is not actually myth. But we, like, oh, that's an old wives' tale. Some of them are, right? That's an old wives' tale, but a lot of them aren't. A lot of them are actually knowledge passed down from generation to generation. Old School Pete said, Luna, I thought people didn't know how to translate it these days. Selena said, dead language means no one speaks it anymore. You can still find it in writings, though. It might be worth learning then. Old School Pete says, that makes sense. I'm thick. What do you expect, lol? No, you're not. No, you're not. Old School Pete. Nicely said, I have a standard poodle. He's 9 months old. I give him 4 gel caps of coconut oil per day. He's healthy, never gets fleas or parasites. My vet loves that I tried it and it works. Wow. Excellent. I wonder if you can mix it in with their food. King Snurgle Gurgleson said, Old School Pete, I've been watching those 2 guys that lived in China for years. Winston's channel is called Serpenza. You do get to see a lot of China. Okay. Serpenza. Okay. Alex said, I do not comply with any sort of government. Never have, never will. Yeah. Not now. They're out of control. Like, now that I've realised, I think. Out to Lunch said, Chris Farley and Black Sheep, where he gets on stage and says, Kim Whitey, what? Oh, no. Mandy said, take off your sunglasses to absorb the vitamin D. Yeah. You know what I do in this? Like this. I can't see. Oh, dear. Oh. Guy next door started his motorbike. Sal said, it's almost as if there's some within our government that know an event is imminent that are just stringing us along until that time. Therefore, no real works, no spending on public infrastructure, etc. Yep. Is it that, or is it that they know they're about to collapse, so they're not bothering? It makes me wonder. Old School Pete said, yeah, King, his dad does the African stories, which I liked also. Old School Pete said I watched them from when in China also. Sal said, Jason from Archaics has some insight into the composition of the Bible. It's nothing like what we're told. I have to go. I've written it down. I've got to go and look at it. Nicey Glover said our main roads are nice here. Some country roads aren't nice. Yeah, well, even our main roads here are having trouble. There's potholes everywhere. Mostly from the rain. Sal said the media are so unrelenting, so even the ardent normie has got to stop and think. Well, that's what I think. I thought that ages ago. Surely they can see something's not right. Surely. Because the news wasn't even making any sense 6 months ago, 2 years ago. But, yeah, I don't know. I hope so. Look, what's happening is I still think we're in the Great Awakening stages, and people are about to be woken up really quick. Even if they don't want to be, they will be. Alex said, while they're at it, they can sort the bloody drains too. No wonder there's so much flooding. I did my own survey once. Only Mini in every part of the country has blocked drains. Really? Yeah, David, he knows that the DC swamp will not convict the swamp rats. Yep. So he needs to go to another state. Selena said, if the world's carbon drops much lower, it won't support plant life. That way, Gates and Co. can do their indoor vertical bioengineering farming, and why they're buying up all the farmland. I think Gates is in a bit of trouble now for buying farmland. He's been caught. Deb said, you are so funny, Hev, when going over the bumpy roads impression. Yeah, well, that's what it's like. It's like you're on some, the cattle grates that you cross on a road, and it's just metal grills, and you're like the whole way over. That's what this road's like up here. There is nowhere you can drive to avoid going. Oh, seriously. You can't go left to it. You can't go right to it, or you're facing oncoming traffic. If there's a car coming the other way, there's nowhere to go. There's cars parked on the left, so you've got one lane, and most of the holes are from the left towards the centre. There's nowhere to go around it, unless you want to crash into a parked car or head on with another vehicle, Yeah. So you've got to really slow down and go, oh, okay, I got over that one. Alex said, it makes me wonder where all this money we pay into the system goes. We all need to start demanding answers. These buggers have gotten away with stuff for long enough now. Yeah, I agree, Alex. We need to start demanding where is it going. I've got 2 phone calls to make tomorrow, right? The first one is to Mazda, the dealer, to ask them how to undo all the shit they put in that car. The second one will be to the council to say, you need to redo the whole bloody road, not just the holes, mate. The whole road is awful. So I'm going to... He's not happy either, see? Oh. Sal said we needed another party to step in and remove the ingrained evil and corrupt worldwide. That's what I think is happening. In the background. And they're still just keeping the whole thing going as if nothing's going on, you know what I mean? So that we all keep obeying these dickheads, these idiots, right? And I'm not doing it. I'm just not doing it. Sal's, I read that one. Mandy said the DC swamp, everyone is turning on everyone else to save their butts. Yeah, exactly. They are. Deb said, let's get rid of CEOs. They're costing too much. Yeah, how about that? Alex said, they're forcing us into a corner, and I get very cranky when I'm pushed into a corner. Yeah, so do I. I don't like being cornered, held back, held down, beaten over the head. Oh, my God. And robbed of everything I've got. which isn't much anyway. So, I mean, my God. David said 80% of your tax money goes to the Vatican, which is why government's always hungry for more. Yeah, lately it goes to the Vatican and also is also going to Ukraine. Why are all our countries handing millions over? Why? I think I know. Selena says that Zelensky owns several large businesses. However, you know he's got to be padding his pockets with all this aid. Yeah. I agree, David. It's the money laundering capital of the world. Yep. Sal said corporations are always hungry for our money. I'm sick of it. What would happen if money goes? Everyone's on an equal footing, level playing field, and I don't know how gold would work. Like, you could pay for things with gold, but what if there just was no money? Then we wouldn't have these money-hungry people. You wouldn't have people killing each other for, what is it, insurance to get money, because some people are that desperate they'll kill their own families for money. All you need to do is watch true crime shows and you'll find that out. If that's real, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I could not do that. I couldn't kill someone for money. No way. But I often think what would happen if money went away as it is now, Alex said the Vatican needs dismantling, evil bunch of creeps. Yeah. And give the gold to the poor people. Because the Vatican's full of gold as well. Brian said it's pronounced Pentateuch, Hev. Thank you, Brian. Pentateuch. Okay, pronounced Pentateuch means 5 teachings. Thank you, guys. Alex said we all need to do a Sri Lanka and storm these folks into the abyss. Yeah, I'm just, yeah. Why aren't we? Oh. Alex said, although I think that bloke did a runner with the money. I don't know. I don't think he got let out. The Sri Lankan government, they tried to go to the airport, but apparently airport staff stopped them. Or the airport, like the staff within the airport, they couldn't get out. I don't know if it's true. I hope. Brian said, in Aramaic, one word can have lots of meanings like some English words, but written down it was confusing for the translators, so it was kind of lost. Well, then that really would be interesting to read and learn then, I think. Selena said, link the Bible thing again. Was that wasn't Amazing Polly is the only one I've seen the link come up on. Out to Lunch said, you'll watch MRMBB333 on YouTube. He shows the Schumann resonance, some spikes. No, I don't. I haven't. MRMBBB333. Nasty Glover said, I trained my puppy to sit and he chews the gel caps like we chew gum. He loves the coconut oil gel caps like a treat. I love watching him chew them like gum. Oh, wow. I didn't know you could get it in gel caps. Alex said, Jason from Arcades did a live with Jay Dreamers the other week and was really good. Oh, really? David says, someone told me the roads in our SW are being upgraded just as well. I haven't ridden down there since COVID. In your southwest, is that what you mean? David said, but friends tell me the roads got awful down there during that neglectful period. Yeah, it makes you wonder what they're doing, doesn't it? Out to Lunch said, do you think Yosemite volcano is going to blow? I don't know. Is there something going on at Yosemite at the moment? Is there? Did that work? I'm just searching. I don't know. There's a few of them that could. And they were predicted to. I don't know, to be honest. We could have a few of them go off. David said, well said, Selena, plants crave CO2. Well, I'm doing my bit by my fireplace, letting out CO2. Shh, don't tell anyone. In fact, a few people in my area are actually doing the same thing. So Deb said, in South Australia, we have a lot of new infrastructure. We'll have our new tar smooth roads. We have a new tar smooth roads. Oh, lovely. Out to lunch, said Alex, no one puts baby in a corner, dirty dancing. Yeah. King Snurgle said, Alex, I was told in 1985 exactly how this country works. It was so far from what every normal person or basic logic would think, it took me years to totally believe it. I'd believe it. Things don't work the way we think they do. Selena said, where money is going for roads, gas tax is earmarked for roads, meaning they can borrow it for other things. Sounds about right. David said, we need Trump Party worldwide. We do. Alex said, for now, we still have Freedom of Information Act. We need to demand a paper trail of our cash. That's a good idea too. Selena said, Hev, call them Richard Craniums. Hey, Angie, how you doing? Happy dance. Hev's on. Deb said, you can't fall asleep on a bumpy road, but our new roads are so smooth and quiet. Well, I just like a road where my car doesn't feel like everything's going to fall off it. Like it literally feels like screws are undoing themselves every time I drive over this road. And it's the only way out and in, so you have to drive on it to get here. But I'd like smooth, quiet roads. The sound of the motor in the car is loud enough, you know. Not that mine's loud. It's not loud. King Snurgle said, I could tell people things I learned in 1985 about what's going on now. They plan well ahead. Some stuff 99% of people just couldn't bring themselves to believe, shatters their paradigm. Yeah. That's what a lot of people that's why a lot of people won't wake up. They don't want to accept the world is not how they see it. And, yeah, it shatters their paradigm. David says CEOs get appointed to asset strip a company for a bigger company. That wouldn't surprise me either. Alex said, you seem to be a very informed, King. I too have been privy to lots of information. It's shocking. Nicey Glover said, let dollars be gone, we'll barter. Yeah, that's what I think. I honestly could live without money. David said, without money, we use the LETS, local exchange and trading system. I think that would be better, to be honest. So much crime is committed over money that if we cut money out, you cut half the crime out too. I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. I just find that to think about all this is very interesting, that's all. Out to lunch said, King, I remember when a former cop got in town square telling people about FEMA camps and their plans. Oh, good on him. Deb said, in what war has so many people gone to visit? Yeah, exactly. There's a war going on, right? But all these people have gone over there to visit. None of them have been injured, hurt, or anything, or killed. And they're quite happily walking around the streets. Makes a whole lot of sense, doesn't it? Alex said, I used to be very involved with politics and Mum and Dad's house has been used a few times as a central hub. Never now, though. I think we are all anti-government now. Yeah. Yeah, as a hub, yep. I just want to welcome Luna Shin, a new member. Thank you. God love you. Okay. David said, I know, Deborah, just even our elbow went there. We were watching a clown show. Only the monkey with the barrel organ is missing. Yep. Alex said, I unfortunately met Maggie Thatcher when I was 14. She wouldn't let go of my hand. I wonder if she wanted to eat you. David said, CERN causes fluctuations in the Schumann resonance of the Earth. Yes. Alex said, her creepy withered old hand. Out to lunch said, Dad, you can tell when a politician was lying, their lips were moving. I sure miss him. Yeah. You can. Yeah, the lips are moving when they're lying. You know the one. Deb said, yes, pen and workbook needed with Hev. Yes. Pen and paper. If you get recommended, just go and check them out. Out to lunch now, they were masks. So, yeah. David said, yes, Hev southwest of Western Australia. Apparently the roads down there got pretty awful during the COVID period. I wonder if, yeah, probably that had something to do with it. Alex said, this chat is full of great information, Deb Richardson. I love it. I found the best roads were always in France, really smooth. Wow. David said, it's hard to fall asleep on a motorcycle, even on a smooth road. I mean, who goes to sleep when they're having fun anyway? Alex said, may have been the toll roads, though. Yep. Alex said, out to lunch said, Alex is a female. Selena said, King Snurgle Gurgleson, the Viking, I'd believe it, provided I could find nuggets of verifiable truth. Alex said, pay an extra price for the toll road when all roads should be decent with the amount of road tax we pay. Well, yes, it's in your registration, not insurance, your registration. It's in the fuel. It's incorporated into the price of fuel. Yeah. We pay more than we should, I'm telling you, for everything. Out to lunch said Luna Shannon, good on you. Alex said, I'm a girl out to lunch. I've got another channel set up a few weeks ago, mainly got animal vids at the moment. Oh, they're good though, aren't they? Alex said, thank you for subbing though. Yeah, I'm sub too, Alex. Out to lunch said, okay, Alex, I was just wondering. Alex said, I can jump in on my other channel. I'll give Heather another thumbs up. Oh, God, love you. Thank you, Alex. Still human, how you going? Out to lunch said, yeah, I have another channel on the living room TV, but can't access my account on the phone. Oh. Extra thumbs up. And Alex is back. We're back. I've been going for 2 hours. Doesn't feel like 2 hours, does it? Okay, let's see if we can find anything else going on over here on Twitter Universe. Oh, Melbourne today. End the mandates. Okay, people protesting. Good on you guys. What else have we got? Swanning around the world with a fake grin, infantile selfies, and giving our money away is not governing Australia. Anthony Albanese. Someone said, this just has to stop. And it's in response to the New York Post saying Nancy Pelosi's husband buys millions in computer chip stocks before big subsidy vote. See how it works? What else? George Papadopoulos says things just got very bad for Obama. Obama's White House is now at the center of the Hunter Biden scandal. Republicans are demanding access to the communication records of President Joe Biden's son Hunter between him and Obama. It must be investigated now because he's continuing to profit from his father. His connections through the Russian sphere of influence have now become especially relevant in the fast-moving and developing thing happening over there in Ukraine. The dealings have not gone unnoticed, and a Department of Justice probe begun under the Obama administration has expanded to include a wide variety of potential violations and crimes. Ooh, they're in trouble. I think it's going to start happening soon. Like bigger things. What else have we got? Follow the Money. A Shot in the Dark with Candace Owens. How many of you guys been threatened by your pediatrician if you do not agree to the thing schedule? Did you know there are financial incentives? Yes, I do. Oh, here we go. This is Australia for you. Can somebody please ask Bowen what is the environmental effect of his plan to turn over the federal fleet of 10,000 vehicles into battery cars every 3 years? Government wastage. That's what that is. Oh, and some guy was in Australia, the guy who was shot in the stomach at point blank range with a 44 millimeter rubber bullet by the police, during the lockdowns here. He still has stomach pain, daily heartburn, will be medicated forever. He often wonders if the officer who shot him thinks about that day. And it's quite that's a bad bruise. Sorry, I'm not showing it on screen. Wow. Hang on, I'm going to share something on Twitter. I can't even say it on here. It's about Fauci. James Woods said, the reason they hate Mr. T is because the hogs from both parties swill at the same trowel. One man alone tried to beat the swamp. They mounted a jihad against him there, heretofore unseen in politics. They capped it off with the most crooked thing in history where someone else got in. What else have we got? Okay, here's, Kamala Harris, how she talks, right? Okay. Well, someone has said Kamala Harris's speechwriter's resignation letter. I'm resigning because when you resign, you're resigned to resigning. Because leaving by resigning is what someone who leaves as a failure is what they're resigned to resign as. So I'm resigned to resigning, okay? You know how Kamala talks. Oh, my God. King Snurgle Gurgleson said, Selena, in 1985, none of the stuff I was told could be proven by research, was far too secretive. Only way to know this stuff was to be shown it by those guarding it. Hey, Ruff, how you doing? Out to Lunch said, time flies when you're having fun. It does, doesn't it? It's just like flown. Alex said, I've just subbed to you, Out to Lunch. Yeah, I think I've got a sub to Out to Lunch. King Snurgle said, Selena, much more is known now because it was always planned that at the end times nothing would be unknown, as the Bible says. It's been slowly released on purpose. Yep, definitely. Deb said, it's just like having a coffee and chat with friends. Out to Lunch said, Ruff, got a new subscriber. Deb said, and Hev cooking the cake or cookies. Alex said, I love Hev's cooking videos. Gives me ideas. I still haven't made cookies yet, though. I dread turning the oven on at the moment. Oh, yeah, during a heat wave, I don't want to turn the oven on either. Davis said, no, people, doctors included, have a tendency not to threaten me. That's good. But you do feel pressured when you've got young children to get everyone they recommend. You are pressured to do it. I can tell you that now. Out to lunch said, Alex, I don't even remember what I have on there, but I do have a video of my dog and chicken at the door when it's raining wanting to come in. Need to share with you all. Aww. Deb said, what news was I reading from? I was reading on Twitter. It is Conservative Brief. Let me see if I can share that article as well on Twitter. Okay. It was George Papadopoulos, and I've just retweeted it. I don't know if you guys are on Twitter. Oh, hang on a sec. Look. I can copy that. Copy. And I can paste it in here. Now, that's the smarter thing to do, isn't it? I'll just share it with you. Deb said, just put the cookie outside to cook, Alex. Yeah, in the heat. My God. David said, lol, out to lunch. I think I just have a couple of bike cam videos and a couple of chess games on my YouTube. Thinking of starting English classes on Rumble, though, lol. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. David Morgan, out to lunch. Hang on. Out to lunch. So I remember to sub. Selena says, well, guys, got to go. Time for TV with the hubs, Nidal and Blessings and King Snurgle. And thank you for the info. Okay, have a good night, Selena. Mandy said, here in America, there are signs that the hunter hack will bring the house. Yeah, House of Cards. Pull one out and watch it go. I think we're watching slow motion at the moment. That's how it feels to me. Out to lunch. Oh, I have a video of Biden shitting his pants. Shannon has seen it. I saw. And there's that link. Alex said, night, Selena. God bless. Deb said, I don't have Twitter. Okay, I've put the link up here. This one here. Can I pin that? What does the star do? Hang on. Oh, hang on. Let me see the 3 dots. What does that do? Puts me in timeout or it blocks me. Star it? I don't know what that does. But anyway, I'll put a star on there. I don't know what it does, but Alex said, night, Selena. God bless. Deb said, I don't have Twitter. Alex said, we need more comments. Alex said, I don't have any social media apart from YouTube now. Glad I was banned from Twitter. Yeah, it's not a bad thing, honestly. Hey, Nether Wilmington, how you doing? So, yeah, that's about it, really. I could sit here and just drink my cuppa in silence. I'll just keep it going. I could just carry on about my day and let you just all watch what you can see. My bed's a mess. I've just noticed in the background there. That'll be the cats. I can't make the bed when the cats are on there. They won't let me. They think I'm playing, so they try to, like, pounce on the sheet or the blanket. You know, they're pulling it one way, you're trying to pull it the other. It's quite interesting. Out to lunch said, I raised a few chickens in the house before building a chicken coop for them. Chicken would peck on storm door to come in. Had a crate in the bedroom. I'm so redneck. Oh, yeah, but remember the old pictures you used to see of, like, the old farmhouses and the chickens in the kitchen and, you know, coming in, and even a lamb or two, or, you know. Now, though, I said, what about CERN and Georgia Guidestones? Yeah, well, CERN started, but I think they might be on they might have switched timelines because it seems that since CERN started up, all these people are getting busted. Alex said, maybe have an intermission. Oh, yes, I should, though. I should. Actually, that's not a bad idea. Just let me share my screen with you, and then where am I? I'll do my intermission while I just, before I start dancing in my seat. Okay, let's see. That one. I'll remove myself for a minute.
seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I've changed for the better this time. I thought I would never be fine. I strive just to say I'm alright, and for the first time in a long time I'm alright. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I'm not falling. I'll push all my chips and call all in. I'll bet on myself, you keep stalling. I hear destiny and it's calling. I'll keep my head up high through the downs and lows, and where I'll go in life, still nobody knows. But I'ma choose what's right and take what comes and goes, and ain't no one in life holding me back no more. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. Back a year ago.
Slowly going down volume. Is that all right? Okay. David Morgan said, here's another comment then, Alex. Yay, David. Leather said, what do you think about CERN and... Is that what you're talking about? About CERN and the guide stones. I spoke about that last week, what I thought of that. I have seen footage. I will say I have seen footage of someone running near the guide stones and running away again. From far away, of course. You can't see the person's face, which you'd think if they just installed cameras and floodlights that you'd be able to see someone's face. Why is it that when you want someone identified, CCTV is never good, and when it's absolute garbage, they can see very, very clear when you don't need it, you know? But when you need it to identify someone, it's never clear. I don't know why they bother. Could be anybody. Alex said, quick comments. Keep me here. Mandy's laughing. Out to lunch said, Alex, I'm trying to get banned on Twitter. Any suggestions? What did I do? I wrote very interesting and shared a link and I got banned. Yeah, I'll tell you what, go on Rumble or one of them, right, and share like X22 Polly or something like that, and you'll probably get banned. That's how you do it. But I've seen some people swearing their heads off and they don't get banned. And other people just like very interesting and you get banned for it. Okay. Gotcha, Twitter, I think. David said the evil Georgia Guidestones were smashed to smithereens. I don't care who did it. It was an act of God regardless. Alex said, I remain neutral on the Georgia Guidestones, Nether. Yep. I am just waiting to see more information. Because at first it did look like something came from somewhere else and was blown, you know. But it could actually be a reflection of the explosion. Or the detonator. Detonation. That's it. King Snowball said I could chuck in some info to discuss that most still don't want to believe. The genetic info I was discussing earlier was just basic stuff. Oh, okay. Chuck it. Chuck it in. Dev said I love the giggles, Hev. Oh, okay. So Alex started a sentence and bloody things sent before I was finished. That happens to me too. David said, just talk about the style. I can't. Yeah, I can't. Lucky I didn't say that out loud. Hang on. What have I done here? There we go. Yeah, lucky I didn't say that out loud, David. that would get me banned here for sure. Now they said the chemtrails have been effing insane here in UK. How about yous? Yeah, I've noticed a few. I should get out my camera again and start taking photos of them. I used to have a video up on my old channel, which I've lost the video. I've lost everything from my old channel. It was a video of chemtrail photos I'd collected since 2012 or 13. I'm pretty sure it was 2012 I started, yeah. And that was a pretty good video. And I've lost it. Have to make a new one. King Snowball said the info I have comes from source. Those dealing with these things, nothing I discuss is just my formed opinions from research or just my own ideas. Like Alex, I was introduced at an early age. Yep. Deb said, I want to see Hev dancing in the kitchen when cooking. Our family always does. Okay, I'll try that one day. I have to put some music on or something, though. But then they'll censor me for having music in the background. I'll stick earphones in. I'm going to get blown away. Like the Wizard of Oz house, I'm just going to get taken up and blown away here. I was waiting for it during the night. I was waiting for something to fall on the house. That's what I was waiting for. There's big trees around here. Hoping not. Out to lunch said, giggles are great. I'm better and all right. I'm better and I'm all right. Things are not the same as a year ago. So true, so true. Love the intermission song. Yeah, things are not the same as they were a year ago. My life is not the same as it was 5 years ago, 10 years ago, and definitely 20 years ago. I'm changing as time goes on. You know what I mean? Hopefully getting better, which I think it is. Alex said, I got banned with Mr. T. I wasn't keen on him, but I retweeted him because I saw what happened live. That was it. Gone. No great loss. Yeah, so yeah, a lot of people got done that time for retweeting him. Now they said it's almost like some people trying to cause planet warming. Yeah, planet warming, yeah. I believe they can. Just turn the heaters on. Big ones, big heaters. You know, HARP and all them, you know. King Snurgle said, I'm grabbing a couple of cups of tea. Hope I can beat the intermission. I hope you did. Oh my goodness. That's pretty windy. Alex said, I've noticed that too. No, there are chemtrails everywhere. Still trying to say they are contrails. They are con artists trying to hide it. Yeah. Exactly. It'll all come out in the wash. There's a link. That's King's channel. Okay. Does King Snurgle Gurgle have a channel too? Oh, wow. Hang on. Gurgleson. The Viking. Okay. Nether said, I totally agree, Hev. Deb said, thank you, Out to Lunch, for the link. Yes, thank you, Out to Lunch. Mandy said, I saw that footage too, but I also saw one that was clearly from the sky, which tells me lightning or dew. Well, that's the thing I'm trying to figure out. Was the flash that we saw like a reflection of the explosion, because it was obviously on the other side of the guide stones than where the camera was? Do you know what I mean? Like the camera was sort of here, the guide stones were here, and the explosion happened on the other side, which may have sent a flash of light, which may look like that. That's the detonation point, I think, if I'm right, which I don't know that I am. Okay. So maybe do some research. I don't know, but yeah, I don't know. I'm holding out. I'm holding my opinion, sort of. I did do a video last week on it, which I gave my opinion of what I first saw, but now I don't know. Could it have been the other side planting to blame on a certain side? There's that too. I don't know how. I'm just watching it right now. I'm waiting to form an opinion, like a fully finished opinion. Out to Lunch said, terraforming with chemtrails. I can see how that would. You know what? If they're doing it a lot, be prepared for something like Project Bluebeam, holograms in the sky, because what they're spraying, it makes a very good reflective screen. It makes like a screen that they can project onto. Sherry said, I just subbed Out to Lunch. Excellent. Jew, yep. Nicely said, I got banned when Biden became a clown. I'm back now under a new email. Yeah, exactly. That's what I did. Alex said, look at all the celebs talk about eating babies and God knows what on Twitter, and they don't get banned. Yeah, they talk about all this weird stuff. Well, okay, when grooming and porn and things are allowed on Twitter, and then people get deleted or frozen, out of their account for saying very interesting and sharing link. When someone works out that logic, can you let me know? David said, cheers, Out to Lunch. I just subbed to Majesty King. You can't shock me, Your Majesty. Nether said, I got thousands of photos. Oh, really? You should put them together if you can do it, I don't know if you can, in a PowerPoint presentation and add music to the background. It's disgraceful. It is. We've been breathing whatever it is for years, so. I don't really wonder why asthma rates go up, you know what I mean? Because I kind of think, well, if you stop doing shit, then it might not happen. And all these and, everything, food, water, everything they do to us. Out to Lunch said, Sherry, I knew a Randy Tackett here in Mississippi. Thanks, I might be putting something with the chickens. Luna said, cue the lighters and swaying long. Yeah, to the music. David said, I was also privy to inside information at an early age. Could be time for brainstorming hangout soon, methinks. Yeah. Nether said, we are what we are at any one moment, ever changing. Yeah. Alex said, you still need to do Evergreen, Hev. I might actually do it after I finish this live. And then I'll watch Amazing Polly after it. I might actually do that now after this. Out to lunch said, David, I like the me think. We say me thunk, but that is redneck language. King Snowball said, David, here is one few can cope with. Absolutely everything a normal human deals with has been changed from how it actually is to cause permanent confusion. Nothing is as humans think it is. I would agree with that. Not even maths or science isn't heavily bastardized. Yeah, I agree. Alex said, I watched a video earlier about the human tasting vegan burger. Oh, how do they know it tastes like human? I don't know. Have they tasted it? I don't know. Oh. David said, rednecks are cool with me out to lunch. I'm a farm boy from way back. That's all a redneck is, isn't it? A country person. I don't know. That's what I think it is. King Snurgle said, humans know nothing that is 100% true. Not even their experts really know how anything actually is because they're all working from false first premises. Yeah, I would agree with that, King Snurgle Gergelson. There are absolutely no human expert anything. Yep. Dana said, but changes are happening fast these days. Time is sped up. For example, people changed over several years. Now people, laws, narratives, lifestyles change overnight since Rona came to town. Even before that, ideas and ideologies come and go like in the blink of an eye. They really do. They come in quick. Alex said, how do they know what human tastes like? The bloody thing win an award. I think it probably contains that, and they're trying to get people to become how they are. Yeah, because that's what they are. And they want us all to be like that so that we all are sinners in the worst way possible. Alex said, what's that disease called again? Is it Kuru? Nether said, I thought computerized RPG. Yep. Nether said, timed explosion projectile. Yeah, it could be. It could be. Sherry said, I heard the computers to CERN were under the Vatican. That's why the fire. It's went after the computers, something to that effect. Could be. That's what I think. Things are changing. They're changing in a good way. David said, experts are just experts, King Snurgle Burgle. Yeah, they're not experts at anything, I'm telling you. Nether said, I've been a laser sound man for 35 plus years. Holograms are easy. Yeah. And because of the metal in it, the metals in what they spray, it makes a good screen for broadcasting onto. That's what I heard years ago. And it does sound like, because aluminium's reflective. So King Snurgle said, anything that is supposedly from the brains of human isn't. It's delivered to us as we are allowed to know it. Yep. Nether said, you just need a surface. Alex said, I trust my own instincts, King. Yep. Hey, Keith, how you going? From California. Lol, if my children weren't here, I'd move. Oh, you poor thing. I feel for you, Keith. Seriously. King Snurgle said, I don't run a channel with content. This is about Juby's YouTube channel, number 22. Okay, I get you. Yep, Sherry, it is. Deb said, can I have out to lunches link? King Snurgle said, I can drop some info that is known to be 100% true because it is what those that control us at the top have been privileged to not only be told, but have it shown to them. Mandy said, yes, it makes total sense seeing the constant X's in the sky are making a screen to project another form of mind control. Yeah. Make you think something's happening when it's not. Alex said, I think so, Sherry. I think some celebs are showing symptoms of it. Yeah, they have been for a few years. David said, actually, now I come to think of it, there's a video on my channel of a slideshow I put together for my mother's funeral. That's one way of saving your photos into a video. Yeah, and put music behind it. There is free music on YouTube that you can use without getting copyright strikes. Yeah, just look up. It's in your in YouTube Studio. It's best getting onto that from a computer. Mandy said, I'm proud to be a redneck. Yeah, if a redneck is a country person, then I want to be one too. I'll be proud to be a redneck. King Snowball said, number one, all humans reincarnate. It cannot be avoided. This is purposely being kept from religions because it would make humans uncontrollable. Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. Alex said, I thought redneck was like that film Deliverance, cue banjo music. King Snowball said, those that rule us are free from fear because they know we are immortal. Just don't just think it, they know it. It doesn't surprise me. That's why I think we get old souls. Like people who might seem young but seem like who are young but seem really old at heart. King Snowball said, the reptiles exist, no imaginary existence. They are real. It wouldn't surprise me either. I'm just waiting for, like, I want proof. King Snowball said there are other non-humans, but they all avoid reptiles as much as possible on Earth. Sherry said, they say the video of the Guidestones have now been stolen. Imagine that. Have they really? Oh, sometimes this movie is so ridiculous. It really is. Wow. Alex said that film gave a bad name to rednecks. I think they were trying to demonize country people. That's why they call them rednecks. Because again in Australia, a redneck is put forward to us as not just a country person, but like a dumb country inbred type person, and I really don't think that that's how it is. It's just how they want to project it to the rest of the people. You know what I mean? So yeah, they don't want people living in the country. They want us all in little units in the cities, so we can be herded and controlled like cattle on a farm. That's exactly what they want. And yet I've got the opposite. I want to go out. David said, to be an expert means to know everything about one thing and have no clue how that thing fits into everything else. Vis-a-vis no common sense. Exactly. King Snowball said, only humans interact with reptiles. All other life forms don't trust them. Our interaction with reps causes other life forms to treat us somewhere between hating us and just not trusting us. Alex said, I am ignorant to what an actual redneck is, so I mean no offense. Yeah, well, that's how it was portrayed, but that's not, I don't believe that's how they actually are. They also, I don't know why, but I get the feeling they connect rednecks with racism as well. I think they're just country people. I don't know. I mean, you'll always have an arsehole here and there who's a racist, you know, someone who is an arsehole. That's just what they are. And that's everywhere. But I think most country people are quite fine people. King Snowball says whether humans should be allowed to continue existing has been and still is under discussion, particularly right now. David said, if you don't program yourself, someone or something else will do it for you. Exactly. Nether said, I create loops copyright free. Oh, cool. David said, reincarnation can be avoided. Read the Tibetan Book of the Dead. Wow. King Snowball says, okay, here goes. This is the answer to everything we are going through right now. A long time ago, other life forms existed alongside reps on Earth. Alex said, really, Sherry? It sounds dodgy off the bat. What are they trying to cover up? I wonder if anyone nabbed that time capsule. I saw footage of them digging down. So I think they may have got it. King Snuggle said they all left. They cannot get on with reps and mostly detest them and want them gone. Well, look, if there are reptilians, can I have them gone too? I want them gone too. Can we get rid of them? What do you do to kill reptiles? I don't know. David said you can't steal a video that's been on the internet. It's always there somewhere. Yeah, I don't know, though, because they deleted my channel and then I lost it off my computer as well. My fault. Mandy said, yes, they dumbed us down. That's not the case. We are fierce and don't stand for bullcrap. Yeah, that's what I think. The country people are more self-sufficient. They're harder, tougher people. They tend to fight like for their more protective, of their what they've got. Not that everyone's not protective of what you've got, especially if you don't have much. You're protective of it anyway. But I think living in cities, it either has the capacity to soften you too much or harden you too much. That's what I think. I just think that. I've lived in cities, so yeah. King Snuggle said other life forms are currently working on their plan to get rid of every single. Oh, good. So if that means the humans go with them, so be it. Yeah, well, they can take their little puppets that they use and take them and go with it. Please leave the rest of us here. No, I think the rest of us, I think they will get them. And the people that are puppets for them. And, yeah, make an example of them. Alex said, I'd rather be a redneck if it meant freedom. There are too many bloody labels in this world, all designed to separate us. That's exactly right. That's what I think. Don't label. No label. Luna said, I'm going to be doing a few big garden beds. Can't beat true fresh fruit and vegetables grown yourself. Yes, definitely. My garden looks pretty sad right now, but it's winter, so... I mean, the cabbage and the broccoli seem to be doing all right. Oh, so is the celery, really. There's a few things that seem to be doing all right, but they're just like sitting still. They're not really doing much. Alex said, that sounds awesome, Luna. Definitely. If you can, garden. King Snurgle said, our greatest risk is if our global leadership gets us exterminated along with the reptiles. The Satanic agenda comes purely from reptilians. It's the humanity trap above all others. I'm saying it that way for a reason, trying not to let the algorithm. It got me yesterday. It got something yesterday. I don't know what, but anyway. Yeah, it comes purely from the reptilians. It's the humanity trap above all others. Definitely very interesting, King Snurgle Gurgleson. Satanism is all made up. It represents the leader of the reptilian race, nothing else. Oh, that's interesting. David says exactly, Alex, stereotyping sucks. If you want to label me, I'm just a man and a simple man at that. Yeah, exactly. I'm a human being. Luna said, Alex, it's going to be so much fun with the 3 kids as well. Oh, that's fun. Yep, gardening with the kids. They love it too. Alex said, I have one bell pepper plant that I'm growing indoors. It's just starting to flower, but they keep shriveling. I hope it grows fruit. Out to Lunch said the Royals are the original inbreds. Yes, I do believe that. But it's like done something to them mentally. They're not all right, man. The people in charge are not all right. Holy guacamole. Case said when you kill a snake, you cut their head off. And their head can still bite you. Yeah. Stay away from the head of the snake. So does that mean you get them from behind? You got to come at them from behind. Sherry said, if you want to be banned, just tell the truth. Alex said, yes, David, we're all human and need to realize we're all connected to everyone and everything. That's what I think. King Snurgle said the reason everything in the music industry is all satanic is because humans are being led to look like they worship the reptilian leadership, even if through deception and confusion. Yep. That wouldn't surprise me, honestly. Nether said you have to be able to feed yourself. Yes. That's why growing your own food is, I think, very important right now. Brian PC said coffee powder and tobacco powder kills reptiles, apparently. Oh, really? Huh. King Snowball Gurgleson said many non-humans live on Earth, but there is a rule they must follow. They cannot do it openly. If they get caught, they must fight or run. I remember actually King Snowball Gurgleson seeing something a couple of years ago, underground war going on with different kinds of weapons. Very interesting. I'm still waiting to see. I want the proof before I say anything, but you never know. Out to lunch said, haven't set a spot on with the meaning. I'm proud to be one. Yeah, that's what I think it is, just a country person. But people say it as a smear. That's what I think, and that comes from the media and the representation of them. Nicey Glover said, I moved here from the north 30 years ago. I'm still called a Yankee. I'm okay with that. My accent is much more northern than my kids. My girls and grandkids are considered southern belles. Oh. Alex said, can anyone advise if tomato feed would make my bell peppers grow? I don't know. I'd have to look at what's in it. Sherry said, Keith, snapping turtles are the same. They'll continue to try and bite you. Oh, wow. King Snurgle said, second rule they all follow. Karma is the law. The law followed by all beings is karma. Humans understand karma the least, if barely at all. Brian PC said, pepper spray kills lizards. Ooh. We're not allowed that here. So you make your own. Okay, anyway. We're not allowed to have that here. We're not allowed protection here. You're not allowed to protect yourself in Australia. You're just not allowed, right? No. You know what they can do? I will protect myself and my family if I need to. And there's nothing they can say about it. They can lock me up for it. I don't care. King Snurgle said, karma is the universal religion. Cause and effect is unavoidable, basically. There you go. Well, see, that makes sense to me. Because I think I got karma for things. How do I say this? I think karma's got me, like nearly, not immediately, but it does what it does, its job. I'm telling you. I really do think that it does. Out to lunch said, Alex, miracle grow? Probably. Alex said, I better stock up for the Queen then, Brian. Joke. I joke. Nether said, did anyone see the footage of what looked like an aerial battle, Area 51? No. Oh, that sounds interesting, Nether. Do you know where it was? You've seen it? Is it on YouTube or? Alex said, I've been growing the thing for months now. I was so excited it started to flower, then they kept shriveling and not growing into fruit. Oh, yeah, they need feed right as they're flowering. King Snurgle said, I've just shared secrets that are not opinion. They're known facts that are followed as being proven. They're just as real as karma being the universal law. Yep. Best YouTube channel in the world said, hello. How you going? Who is it? Which one of you are watching me? I know this person, guys. Alex said, no, Nether, where is that? Alex said, hey, the best. King Snurgle said, the information I've been leaking for years. Just one of these comments has lost me a channel in the past. I could imagine, yeah. King Snurgle said, now I can say what I like because it's the right timing. Yeah, well, we'll give it a go. How's that? Alex said, thank you for sharing it, King. Valid information. Yeah, it's good to know. Look, whether, it's good to know. You can always tuck it aside for later, and if you need that information, then you bring it. That seems to be what my head does. Out to lunch said, nicely, Glover. Yeah, moved to Mississippi in 1970. I got a lot of teasing, but I've gotten better. We are what they call a damn Yankee. Come to the South and stay. Aww. King Snowball said, I've just shared information that not that long ago you had to be one of the most powerful organisation members to be allowed to learn. Alex said, I used to have your avatar pic on my old computer, King. Is it Gabriel? King said, not long ago releasing any of this came with the guaranteed death sentence. Well, if they do, I don't think they will now. I think they're too busy trying to cover their backsides to do anything. Luna said, Alex, when the flowers open a little, get feather and lightly touch the pollen part of each flower. This will help pollination for the plant to fruit. There you go. Excellent. Good on you, Luna. Nether said, pepper spray equals boiled down chilies. Yeah, I was growing a chili plant. It died. My tomatoes took my chili plant out. They fell on it. And I had them propped up. They still took it out. King Snuggle gurgles and said, I'm no longer bothered whether anyone believes what I'm saying. I know it's true. If people don't like it, tough on them, really. Well, I like to hear all information and not discard anything, right? I'm not discarding anything. I tuck it away and I bring it out when and as I need it. Yeah. So I'm not saying you're not right, because I don't know. You could be very right. And probably, well, who knows now, it's just getting so weird. Who knows? But yeah, I think everyone should take the information they're given, and whether they believe it or not, it doesn't matter. They've heard it. That's the main thing. So if it does come up, people can come back and go, well, I heard that before. From King Snuggle Gurgleson. David said, I'm starting to think that King, the Viking, what's the deal? He groks what's going on. He's got what's going on. Alex said, awesome, Luna. Thank you. I collect feathers, so I have plenty to choose from. Excellent. Dana said they invert everything to confuse us. They've been painting a picture of farmers and country people as simple and dumb. In fact, it's the opposite. Exactly. I think country life is like, make you stronger. Nether says, was on Bitchute some patriot guy. Oh, okay. Okay. I don't know what to search for to find that. Hang on. Area 51. Fighting over Area 51. I'll just see if anything comes up. And if it doesn't, I'll change my search to something else and see if I can find it. Alex said, I really want it to fruit. I really want to have a big garden that I can grow all my own fruit trees and everything in it. Sherry said, the elite are really the inbred's projection much? Yes, exactly. Oh, it's not the kids. Oh, okay. Thank God for that. I was being careful because I didn't know whether it was one of the kids or not. So I thought, oh, watch what you say. Alex said, I believe you, King. King Snuggle Googles and said, Alex, the name of the being, call it angelic, is a bit misleading but close. Its name is Raguel. Some pronounce it Raguel, but the correct pronouncement is Rael. Oh, okay. I was saying it really wrong there. Out to lunch said, Donna made super spuds for dinner. Oh, I'm so lucky. Oh, you got a lovely wife there. She's a good wife. Luna said, Alex, I hope it fruits for you. King Snuggle Gurgleson said it means the place or land of Israel. There you go. David said it is true information. I know what he is saying is true. Like KSGSTV, if I had to find a place of not caring that one of my own disowned, I'm not going to cry if anyone else disbelieves me. Yeah. Look, whether people believe you or not, that shouldn't matter. Okay, we know from trying to tell people who are still asleep to wake up, you can't tell some people, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I like to put that information away for later, and I know who said it to me. King Snowball Gergelson said Rael is the being that threw the devils and demons to the underworld. That is this being's power. Only Rael has this power. Ooh, that's really interesting. Alex said, oh, okay, King, I'm sure I had that same pic on my computer years ago. I thought it was Archangel Gabriel. Nicey Glover said, out to lunch, I'll wear that badge with pride. I love Wisconsin, but South Carolina is home and I love it here. Oh. King Snuggle Girls said, Israel is the place where the evil entities try to come into existence were originally locked up. The Bible covers this. Yeah, I'm going to have to re-listen now. Now that you've said this, this is why it helps to go over it and re-listen or reread. And, because when you come across different information and you look back, you may be able to put pieces together. You know what I mean? Alex said, thank you, Luna. I do too. Yeah, I hope it flowers for you. I'm going to try it now as one flower opened yesterday. Oh, good. Dana said, nobody knows what's going on. All we have is various information, speculation, and opinions. Yeah. Yeah, till it's actually played out, most of us don't know. David said, what is Old English for no vis-a-vis what's the deal? Also a very alchemical song from Pink Floyd. King Snurgle said, this messes up all biblical interpretation. It was all created to mislead a long time ago. Half-truths that get believed, mired in lies and deception. Honestly, King Snurgle Gurgelson, that wouldn't surprise me. Oh, David said grok means no, as you would know if you'd read Robert Heinlein. Sorry, yeah, grok means no. Okay, because I know a word called gronk, which doesn't mean anything good. That means someone's an idiot if they're a gronk. Okay, anyway. And I nearly read it that way. Out to lunch said, oh, South Carolina's a beautiful state. I've been there. I used to build warehouses, freezers and coolers, quite a few there. Oh, wow. Alex said, oh, no, it's already started to shrivel, but I still did it. There are more buds, so I'll do it again when they open. Thank you again, Luna. King Snurgle says, sorry, Dana, some do know because it's their job to know. Oh, yeah, I believe some people know what's going on. Nicey said, very good information. Alex said, sometimes falls on deaf ears. Yeah. Well, that's what it's like when you tell people what you know about the truth. Like when you know something and you try and tell people, some people don't want to hear it and they won't be ready to hear it until more things happen. You know what I mean? So don't ever be discouraged, King Snurgle, from saying things. Don't ever be discouraged. Luna said, yeah, Alex, yes, tomato feed should be good. Just dilute a little more than you would for a tomato. King Snurgle said, everything humanity is going through is a fight that was known to be coming. We are just going through the motions. Yes, I do believe that. Alex said, some people can't handle it. I would never trade knowing the truth to stay in the dark, though. I'd rather know, no matter how bad it is. Yeah, exactly. I want to know what we're facing. I really want to know. King Snurgle Gurgelson said, this is all unavoidable. Here is the basis of power on earth. Alex said, I have tomato feed and I have some diluted in a bottle. Should I put some on now, Luna? King Snurgle Gurgelson said, knowledge is power. Those in power have always had this knowledge. They always intended to release it at the right time. Okay. Well, that's why they're called the Illuminati. They're illuminated more than the normal person, okay? And so a lot of people do know this. Alex said, this chat is awesome as always. Love you all. Oh, you too, guys. Nicely said, I'd rather know the truth and face it head on. I trust my intuition. I've learned it never guides me wrong. Exactly. You got to listen to that intuition. Because when you ignore it, then bad things happen. Just ask me, I know. King Snowball said the enemy has never wanted any of this out in the public domain because their power depended on it also. They hide the truth. They hate being released. Yep. Shown for what they are. It wouldn't surprise me. Look, the way some people look on TV and that, it wouldn't surprise me if we have reptilians running around Earth. Seriously. I took a photo of one of ours one day, an ABC presenter, who looked like his eyes were slits and his teeth went all really weird. And I said, no wonder people think they're reptilians running around. Look at this guy. He looks like one. And it's not that I don't believe in them, like I'm just waiting to see, you know what I mean? Something in me blocking me too from fully believing certain things, you know what I mean? If it's shown to me, rightio, okay, yep, okay. But see, I can understand both sides of this, King Snowball Gurgleson. Don't ever stop telling the truth, but understand some people won't be able to accept it until the right time, you know what I mean? David said, yes, it's not an easy job, but someone has to do it. The only cure is to know more still. Yeah, knowledge is power. That's why they kept it to themselves, because the knowledge is power. And if they've got it all, then, yeah, and don't teach us anything, then you understand why we are where we are right now. King Snuggle Gurgleson said, here's enough of that, but here is just another couple of facts that you can take or leave. Yep. I'm interested, King Snuggle Gurgleson. Believe me, I'm interested. Alex said, I thank God that we're all awake and there is somewhere we can come to talk about this stuff. Thank you so much, Hev. Thank you guys too. I appreciate you guys. I really do, believe me. King Snowball Gurgleson said deep underground bases exist. Some even human-controlled are huge cities. Yes, I've heard that. Bad news here, though. They were created for these times now. Wouldn't surprise me. They have whole, like generations of people down there. Out to lunch, said David Morgan, if we were riding in a car and we're about to get in a wreck, I'm going to wake you up so you can see what's fixing to happen. What? Nicey Glover said 100%, Alex. Out to lunch said, so thank you for speaking the truth. Yeah. To all you guys, look, it doesn't matter which way you're coming from. This is all information we may need to know. You might not think you need to know it now, but you may need to know it down the track. So it's a good measure of an intelligent mind to get as much information as you can, even stuff you don't believe, and just hanging on to that. You know what I mean? King Snurgle said, and those that have invitations to the cities know there is possibly that what we're going through right now might lead to up to the point where there is nothing up above ground to come back to. I don't think I'd like that. I wouldn't like living underground. Oh, yeah. Alex said, although my family are pretty much all awake now, it's not the same as being able to talk to people who've been awake for years like me. Yes, exactly. It can be harder to try and explain things to people because you're way ahead in a different direction, you know what I mean? For me, it's hard to drag that part of my mind back up when I'm concentrating on something else and someone asks a question about something. It's like, oh, hang on. Okay, memory files, come on, do your thing, you know. Get me the right one, please. King Snurgle said, there's no guarantee we win because of how timelines work. We should win, but any major change of action can change a timeline. Nothing is 100% carved in stone. I do agree with that too. Alex said, I'm grabbing the tomato feed juice now. I wish my bell pepper plant luck, guys. Good luck, Alex, with your little bell pepper. David said, I've seen enough car wrecks out to lunch. My working life was panel beater. You bend them, we mend them. That's a good one. You bend them, we mend them. Nicey Glover said, we were born for such a time as this. Yes, we're all put on this earth for this reason. King Snuggle Wilson said, we might win but have no habitable earth surface to return to. This is such a known fact. The cities are geared up to gas everyone if there's nothing to come back to. That doesn't sound good, does it? Oh, nice. He said, questioning everything helps us think outside the box. It does. David said, if I have to die above ground, I'll die above ground. I'll not be coming back. King Snowball, and that's the last gassing bit I'll delete because that is one bit of information most with invitations to the city don't know and won't be getting told. Okay. Out to lunch, said Alex, the crap they put in food and drinks like Pepsi and Gatorade, Cinemax, or something like that. Yeah. That's why they're freaking out over the Roe v. Wade decision, because they can't add this stuff anymore. It's not easily available to them the way it has been. Nicey Glover said, good luck, Belle. Alex said, it's done. I'll keep you posted. Hopefully it'll have a nice bell pepper soon. I'll make a nice ratatouille out of them. Oh, yum. Davis said, and if you want to keep your body in shape, sleep with a panel beater. Oh, dude, he'll get all the dints out of you. Alex said, that's why I want to grow my own stuff out to lunch. Yeah, it's hard here at the moment. It's the middle of winter. But there are vegetables that are growing in the garden. So, as I said, like the cabbage is doing all right. The broccoli is doing all right. Most things are doing all right. My tomato plants didn't even really give me, like they gave me one little tomato like that big, tiny little thing, and then they died because winter came in fast. But watch what happens in spring now. I'm going to extend my garden. Alex said, too many things have human DNA in them these days. Yeah, well, they test a lot of things on it. And they do add it to certain foods like sweet and savoury things as a flavour enhancer. I think I'd rather make my own potato chips than that from now on. I need to grow a cacao plant so I can make my own chocolate. Because I don't know what they put in chocolate. Oh, and I love chocolate, but yeah, seriously, I'd like to make my own chocolate because I don't trust them. King Snuggle Googleson said that's how serious the times we live in are. Humanity or human bodies as a life form, as life forms, very existence is in the balance. Exactly, Charlotte. Aspartame in sodas. Or aspartame, or however you want to say it, yeah. They do, they put it in most soft drinks. Alex said, you should get a little greenhouse, Hev. I should. I'm going to have to make one, I think. Oh, dear, that's going to be fun. But I should. The only thing is I can't get the posts into the ground. I don't have a post digger. I have to get someone to do it. Then that costs money. If I can't do it myself, I can't do it. You know what I mean? At the moment. So, but yeah, I know. I wonder if I could get a cheap little, it's got to not be able to blow away, okay? Because we get very strong winds up here. So the best way to do it would be to put the posts in the ground to make it sturdy. But then that, yeah, it's I've got to weigh everything up and see how I can do this, definitely. King Snurgle said, but here's our good news. If this earth becomes inhabitable and there are no bodies here to reincarnate to, we are immortal souls. And Alex said, hey, Charlotte. Alex said, we're running short on comments. Quick, people, comments. King Snurgle Gurgles and the Vikings said, well, we'll just go elsewhere. Our spirits We'll always find a home somewhere, and that last bit is the most important known fact I can share. I believe that. The spirit lives on. Nicey said, I don't buy chips or pre-made food anymore. I make everything from scratch back to my Amish roots. That's what I'm trying to do. Trying to make things from scratch. So I think it's the best way, because then you know what's in your food. I don't trust them anymore. Alex said, my mum and dad have a greenhouse made from clear plastic material that you can dismantle like a tent. That would be good. But how do you get it to, like, anchor to the ground and not blow away in really strong winds? Because we're coming up to the time of year in Australia where the winds pick up and get quite strong. Charlotte said car taxes. Yeah, car taxes, that's another one. They don't even fix the roads. They get money from us from every direction, the government do. And what do they do with it? They're not really helping people at the moment. They're too busy just setting off around the world and going visiting Ukraine, the war zone, walking down the street. Seriously? Alex said, keep all the plants fine over the winter. I kept all the plants fine. Yeah, it probably would if I had one. I'll see what I can do to get a little plastic greenhouse. Nether said, drink RO water. What's that? RO. Rainwater? I was thinking of collecting my own rainwater. Out to lunch said, windowsill gardens in southern windows, herbs with the grow lights. You can grow a lot of stuff. Alex said, doesn't feel like any time's gone by, and it's been over 3 hours now. And my stomach's starting to grumble. I forgot to eat before I came on this morning. Nether said, RO water is the base level for feeding plants. Rainwater? Oh, reverse osmosis. Well, that's what rainwater is. Well, without the chemtrails, that is. It's distilled, actually. Is that right? Sucks it up from the ground, the moisture, turns it into clouds and drops the rain. It's like distilled water. Nether said, then you need to add NPK. Yes. Nitrogen, potassium. Nitrogen? Potassium, and the K is P as well. Phosphorus, I think, from memory. Horticulture. What's RO water? Reverse osmosis. Yep. There you go. Yeah, Dana, I believe that too. Taxes are theft. And they get you every way. Every way. Doesn't matter what you do. Pay your electricity bill, there's tax in there. Pay for water, there's tax in there. Pay for petrol, there's tax in there. Pay for anything, there's tax in it. Everything. And then you get taxed on your wages. And I believe there are federal and state taxes, which is 2 layers of government, each getting part of your money. That's what I think. And it was only supposed to be after the war, taxes were introduced to rebuild. That was it. But people forgot and they kept on going. Nether said you can get filters. Yep, fingers crossed for your bell pepper, Alex. They defo are Dana. Buddha taxes, yeah. Out to lunch said we collect rainwater but let tap water set overnight so chlorine dissipates. Oh, there you go. So if you leave your tap water overnight, the chlorine dissipates. Nicey said this has been an amazing chat. It has been, hasn't it? It's been good. Love the information, guys. Nether said sort of, but better. Alex said thank you, Luna. Nether said, and all of a sudden we have nitrogen wars in the Netherlands. Yep. Out to lunch said some plants are self-pollinating, but some plants you need 2 for pollination. Yeah. A lot of fruit trees, don't they need 2 to pollinate? Alex, I'm so pleased all my new kitties have left all my plants alone, mostly. They've knocked a couple over, but thankfully they're okay. Yeah, I had to get rid of mine because my cats were trying to treat the plant dirt as where they go to the toilet. So I had to remove all my plants. Out to lunch, did I reverse osmosis? Okay. Alex said, I caught one of them trying to eat my peace lily today. Be careful because some plants are poisonous to cats too and dogs. I don't know which ones though. Dana said, Hev, you always forget to eat before you come on. You talk about food and then we're all hungry. For the love of God, have some Cocoa Pops before a show. I normally have Wheat Bix. Nether said it's called degassing. And Alex is laughing at Dana. Nice, he said, I draw water and let it set on the counter without a lid, cover with a towel, then taste no chlorine. There you go. Mandy said, has anyone else noticed how your plants react to your bottled water compared to the tap? My plants thrived with tap, hated the bottled. Yeah, be careful which bottled water you use. That's what all I say. Yeah, look, my plants do the best with rainwater. I collect like rainwater for watering my plants. It's because the gutters are overflowing. But I stick big tubs underneath it and collect the rainwater, and then I water my plants with that. So at least I know that to an extent they're getting better water than tap water, because I noticed that when I did it with my tap water, they would suffer more because of the fluoride in the water, I think. I don't know what it was, but they didn't like it. So if you can, it might be hard if you're in a unit or something. That's the only thing. But if you can, try and collect rainwater somehow. Nether said you have to degas your water before you water your plants. Nicey said usually 48 hours. Is that to leave it sitting out? Out to lunch said Cocoa Pops was so good, but Fruity Pebbles, I like them now. I'm sus on the ingredients now. Yeah. Are they like Fruit Loops? Out to lunch, we get the Fruity Pebble ones. We get, they're called Fruit Loops here. And they're yummy, but God knows what's in them. I don't know. Alex said, I have a list of all the toxic plants and lilies are one of them, but not so much peace lily, thankfully. Oh, okay. Oh, that's good to know then. Okay. Nether said, if in UK, Highland spring water is good, bottled. Robin said, just saw you were live. I missed 3 hours already. Hello, everyone. Hello, Robin. How you doing? Nicey said, rainwater makes your hair and skin soft and silky. I'm going to have to try that. I'll go and stick my head in a bucket outside. And then use some shampoo. Do you use shampoo? Or just stick your head in the rainwater? I have to wait till it warms up a bit. It's a bit cold at the moment. I'll end up with icicles in my hair. Out to lunch said, so it seems we have a comet coming to... Oh, really? Here we go. That could be the Project Bluebeam. They can do comets that way too. Nether Wormington said, yes, let the water settle. PS, buy a pH meter. Yeah, I see. Do we actually have one coming, or are they just trying to scare everyone again? I don't know. It's like the boy who cried wolf. They've done it so much, I don't believe them. Is that a bad thing? Alex said, I try and give my plants cold boiled water. Not sure if that makes a difference, but they are still alive. I wish I had a proper garden. I know when you boil, I've got a total dissolved salts or solids meter, and I know that when you boil your water, it increases the amount of like fluoride, chlorine, metals in your water. People used to get told to boil their water. Rainwater, yeah, I'd say. But tap water, what it'll do is it'll increase whatever's in it, the chemicals, unfortunately. Nicey Glover said, yes, let mine out 48 hours. Tastes totally different than refreshing. Okay, I might try it. I might put a jug of water out on the bench for a day or two. Covered it with a tea towel and go and have a drink and see if it tastes better. Alex said, maybe I'll create an indoor jungle. Oh, the cats would love that. Out to lunch said it's on YouTube live view. Okay, the comment. Okay, comment. YouTube. I'll look for it. Alex said, wait, what? A comment when? Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Because they can use the blue beam to project something like that happening as well. King Snuggle said, Alex, when you said you thought that the picture I used represents Gabriel, it's half true. The name Gabriel is the later cover name for Rael. Oh, okay. There you go. Alex said, I need to set up my telescope. I couldn't imagine to watch it come in. Here it comes. No. I'm only joking. Oh, it'd be interesting to look at, though. King Snurgle Gergelson said the G being silent in pronunciation, hence Ra-El. Last ever spelling this name being Raguel. Out to lunch said countdown for best viewing, 15 hours and counting down. Oh, I'm going to have to go and have a look at that. David said, I grew up in a caravan in the UK, no running water. Rainwater from barrels was heated with colour gas and used for bathing and hair washing. And, yep, you can't beat rainwater. That's what I thought. With the boiling water, it's normally rainwater they were talking about, like if you've got any little wormy things in there, little things that swiggle around, it boils it out, and then filter. So like filter through a strainer of some sort and then boil the water. I think that's how rainwater was treated back then. Yeah. And it's probably going to be the best thing you can do for yourself. Luna said, I'm going to be doing my garden beds out of old bed frames. Oh, that's a good idea. I've got a bed frame. Could I use that somehow to make my garden? I probably could, Ooh. Okay, I've got an idea for another video. If I do it, I will put it on video and show you what I'm doing. And I'm thinking of making a garden out of an old bed. Okay. Now, they said plants grow and take in nutrient through pH. Yes, they do. Yeah, I've got to get a pH meter as well. Nicey said, yes, I use shampoo, warm the water on the stove, wash in basin. I even filter enough with a sheet to bathe in. Such a refreshing bath. I add sea salt to purge my pores. That would be amazing. That would be amazing. Because I used to live on acres with tank water, which is from the rain. And honestly, I think that was the healthiest I've ever been. I was drinking it. It even had a dead snake in the tank, and we drank the water. They went to get the dead snake out of the tank, and it just fell apart because it was in there that long that it disintegrated. And I was still healthier drinking that water. How's that? King Snuggle Gurgleson said everyone has heard the name Ra before, representing the sun in Egypt as Ra, the sun god. Yes. Alex said, that's interesting, King. I knew I recognised it. Was over 10 years, though, that I had it on my computer. King Snuggle said, everyone has heard the name El in many religions, meaning God. Yes. You're making a bit of sense there, King Snuggle Gurgleson. Mandy said, yes, rain is better than tap or bottle. I was tossing the inch or two of water that was left over when I went to bed in the morning. I started tossing it in my plant and they started dying. Oh. Yeah, I'm wary of what they add to bottled water as well. Nicey Glover said, yes, King, I've heard that. Out to Lunch said the real packs on YouTube. Okay. That's for the comment, wasn't it? The real packs, not real packs. The real packs, yep. Okay. Robin said when whoa. When I was a teenager during the summer, I would shower outside in the rain with clothes on, of course. Sometimes use the water hose just to cool off. Good times. Yeah, I remember times like that. Out to Lunch said, oh, it's 13 minutes. I thought it was 15 hours. Sorry. Really? Oh. Nicey said, oh, yes, Ralph. Good memories. They were. Alex said, do you have a channel, Luna? I would like to watch your gardening videos if you do. Nether said, man need no more than flood, water, shelter, and FIA. King Snurgle said, so you would think Ra-El would mean the sun god. It doesn't. It means the main first creation of God, like the sun is the ultimate life-giving physical creation of God. Yes. Alex said, you should set up a channel if you don't, lol. David said, when I was a kid, we used to run around naked in the snow. They don't make them like us anymore. Yeah. I remember being a kid in Ireland. It was freezing, and all I'd have is a jumper on. You know what I mean? Like no snow jackets or anything. Out to Lunch said, seems like they've been live streaming since April the 6th. Nether said, it's so hot, I'm going to sleep in the yard with having me headphones. Night, people. I'll be wrapping it up soon anyway, Nether. So there you go. Nether said, love life. Robin said, David Morgan, lol. Mandy said, I don't trust the rain because of chemtrails. Now it's in our water, our soil, everything they're spraying. Yeah, but with tap water, you're getting the chemtrails and more because they're adding extra things to it. That's the only thing. At least rainwater, oh, who knows? It's much of a muchness now. Alex said, you have so much interesting information, King. King Snurgle says, so Ra means son of El means God. Ra-El, son of God. Christians know him as Christ. I warned you all that the religions have all been changed to create confusion. Names of the originals have been changed. That doesn't surprise me. Ra-El cast the devil and demons into the underworld. The Bible covers this, just using different names. Alex said, I used to think bottled water was safe, but I don't think so anymore. Yeah, it depends on which one it is. You really got to it helps to have the testers really for the water as well. Robert Firestone said entire police department in southeast Colorado quits. Okay, this is going to make a good case for why you should be armed. And they wanted to defund the police all over the place. What do you think is going to happen when that happens? People are going to need their arms and legs and everything, you know. Luna said, I water my indoor plants with the water from when I boil or steam my vegetable once it's cold, obviously. Oh, yeah, yep. Alex said, I want to get one of those machines that tells you what's in it. Yeah. I got a TDS meter, which is total dissolved solids or total dissolved salts, and it was only like $8 on eBay. A TDS meter. Sherry said, we're paying for our own demise by paying taxes. Ironic, isn't it? It is. That is insane, isn't it? Ruff said, don't drink tap water or rain tank water. They are not safe. Tap water has chlorine, bird's poo, and wee on your roof. Chlorine does not evaporate but will settle on the bottom. Alex said, if I had a proper garden, I would collect rainwater in a water but then filter it out. I might just get one for the shared garden. Yeah, not a bad idea. Pamela said, fern will be used by whiteheads to clean everything. Yep. King Snurgle Girls has said, is the meaning of, so is Ra-El the place of Christ where he did his most important action, casting physical evil to the underworld? That's really good, King Snurgle. That's really good information. Out to Lunch said, I'm outside and don't see anything, doesn't say where to look. Okay. Keep us posted. Out to Lunch. Alex said, that's a great idea, Luna. I've heard banana water is good for plants too, but don't know how true that is. Something to do with potassium. Yeah, well, you need the NPK. King Snurgle said the opening of a third temple is based around undoing this. The Zionists worship Satan. The reptilian leader of the third temple's purpose is to create the ceremony to open it back up again. Is that what CERN was doing? Trying to do? I don't know. David said, wow, Robert, that's a big thing. Chaos or opportunity beckon. Sherry said, rainwater is so much better than tap for the garden. I see the difference when watering the garden. I do too. When you water the garden with rainwater, you will see a difference in your plants. They react better to the rainwater. Alex said, I can't actually remember the last time it rained in the UK. Really? Wow. Well, we must be getting it all over here then. Earthworms are good for garden. Yep. That's why I compost, because that attracts the worms. So, guys, I'm going to leave it there for today. I'm going to go and watch this comet wherever it is. I'll be over there with you out to lunch. Okay, guys, I'm going to play my outro once I find it. Hang on. Okay. See you guys. Have a good one. Ready?
I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I've changed for the better this time. I thought I would never be fine. I strive just to say I'm alright, and for the first time in a long time I'm alright. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I'm not falling. I'll push all my chips and call all in. I'll bet on myself, you keep stalling. I hear destiny and it's calling. I'll keep my head up high through the downs and lows, and we're all going life. Still nobody knows, but I'ma choose what's right and take what comes and goes. And ain't no one in life holding me back no more. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. Back a year ago.